Just no way.
แล้วครับผม
Ludicrous. Well, let's see it then in action. Our opening map here.
Net Valley.
It is ludicrous.
Now, normally you don't get as good mid control, but actually DRX giving up mid a lot here, and you might get a Waylay v Waylay clash if anything. Nats and Hyunmin may meet around A link.
Yeah. No real pushback as well for the A split. So Team Liquid are gearing up. No real util being used either.
Look at DRX expecting some kind of exec.
Could be going for a bit of a rolling retreat, taking a fight straight away though. That's dropped and already seen that pressure coming in from the side of Hinder to try and take the fight. Flashback though is finished off.
Patty did an amazing job there, killing
กันแบบรวดเร็วครับ
actually through the Hinder.
แล้วเป็นลิควิดที่ได้เปรียบ
Leaves it just down to 2 here. It's
นำไปก่อน
Going
1-0
to be scurrying to the scene of the crime. Deep plan for Team Liquid. Full control towards the back of the site. Even main compromised. Kiko's been holed up in that spot and he's going to be taking a fight here. Freeing. Still accounting for multiple angles, and it comes down to this game of timings again once more. Kiko.
อุ้ยทามมิ่งคิโก้
But they missed each other, but still backs. Going to be turned towards it. Freeing strikes. Brings it into a 2-on-2. Time starts to tick here.
It's a good timing for Mako.
Riaman there picking up the goals. That's a beautiful shot there from Trent. Immediate returning, but Mako now alone onto the site in a 1v2.
กูจริงเนาะ
Gliding
โกมันไม่โนเฟกแล้วมันต้องมีแผลใจบ้างแหละ
Pistol round goes to Team Liquid.
โดนมากี่รอบแล้ว
The person we had the most attention on, Nats, disappeared from that fight very early on, didn't he? But this is the shot I'm talking about. Patty getting that one on the field makes all the difference in that
ขออนุ
situation.
ญาตไปก่อนบวก3
Mako,
เอ้าลืม
nice double up.
ไม่ทายอ่ะพี่เอ้ย
ลืมทายเมื่อ
Think
กี้
about the way that they played that round, though. Very slow, very contacty to take the space they needed to run and
โอ้โห
execute.
ไม่งั้นลิควิด
One
ปื
of
น
the
พก
big
วะเนี่ย
reasons that I'm a fan of the double duelist comps, we don't know which are better. Hello, wait a second, this might be the Aspas play. Paranoia,
Maybe going for it.
saturate over the top.
Someone's contact him and takes it. It's going to be diffused and immediately the play they wanted to go for.
I thought they were going to run a trap play there off Flashback's contact, but
ตกใจอยู่นัดเวเลเลยไม่ได้ทายเลย
anyway, one of the big reasons that I'm a big fan of the double duelist
Amazing
composition
round,
is because you can
amazing
run
agent.
site pops a lot.
Amazing
And
gun.
most of the comps that you're running on this map,
Amazing
you
slow.
need mid on attack side, or you just
เวเลไม่เลิก
lose.
ครับผม
But I think the Pacific teams, and now Team Liquid, are starting to
ตี
discover
มือ
that
เวเลเลย
put double duelist into your comps, you don't get punished on the flank that much, and you can do a lot of these B execs as they're going for now. Obviously, there's no one home here though.
No resistance here. Will be that open side, open plan. DRX grouping up, doing a bit of economical damage.
มันเหมือนมันจะให้คาโมเข้าก่อน
going down to the spike to ensure that they don't get the ults online, because it's another benefit, I suppose, of running this double duelist. You have fantastic ults to go into many hits. Get that rolling. DRX are going to know it well. They've been playing this comp for a bit now and really define themselves in terms of their play style as well, running this double duelist. Hyunmin playing the Waylay.
ก่อนหนึ่ง
Yeah, I think the theory is fantastic from DRX. What one?
เชี่ยพี่นัท
That's trying to build up towards an ultimate.
Just some warm-up shots for him, really.
พริ้วพี่นัทพริ้ว
เฮ้ย
Interesting to see how good his tech looks. We know that Nats is a phenomenally skilled player, but he doesn't normally play agents that
บอกใช้
have
เพื่
to
อ
make
ซื้อมา
extremely quick decisions in the midst of
แล้วเมื่อกี้เหมือนมันกดสกิลผิดด้วยเห็นปะมันควักแดดออกมาจังหวะแรก
when he plays Viper.
มันจะกดไอ้ที่เบย์พอยต์กลับอ่ะ
But the APM is going to increase a little bit for him playing here on Waylay. I do think though that DRX deserve an enormous amount of credit for coming in with this. I think of it as like a mosquito composition with Flashback and Hyunmin. You know, constantly harassing each other, those escape mechanisms.
Having a swat down on either of all players.
Yeah, you have to push Hyunmin away before Flashback jumps into your face.
Well, looks like they're gearing up now. Team Liquid for a full-on exec into the B site. We'll be up to freeing. We'll be up to Mako to see if they can push it back and shove it off. Good call for the cancel, and that's going to be sending it in as well. We'll be looking for it.
Camo
to try and divide this one up, but the wall is going to be okay. Popped up immediately. Right with the blind. Kiko does respond though with that kill straight away, but up towards the top through an open target and a sitting duck at that. Mako.
ร้อยฟีอิงไม่มีในช้อย
That horn's broken, and this guy is on fire right now. Locks him out of the sight. Util, not a problem for him. Neither were the players. Leaves it down to Trex. He's going to have a tough time of things.
เราดูเลยเนี่ยแมตช์เนี้ยถ้าชนะจะรั่วหรือจะมั่วดู
I think a lot of what you're going to be looking at on Liquid as well is judging how good and how well practiced these execs look too. Because tight timings, when you contrast that over to DRX, their discipline and the way that they play this version of the double duelist comp. The timings have to be
เดี๋ยว
immaculate,
ดูกัน
right?
ยาวๆ
And
แม็
their
ก
Team
เวเล
Liquid,
ว่าไง
Nats was third player in, something
Yeah.
like that. Got
And
stuck
normally-
behind the wall.
You'd want to see
ผู้หญิงคน
the
ตอบ
Whaler going
คุณ
in.
มิน
Trigger
แบบ
the
อัน
wall,
เดอร์ด็อก
trigger the util,
Yeah,
pull
เหลือ
back out,
เชื่อ
Yeah,
and then go
usually
for a repop. But
usually
คน
these
ตอบ
Waylay
Nazi
double
11
duelist comps, you're right, the
ตัวใส่ชอบ
Waylay is a distraction.
30 seconds left.
And you retract out to play your other
ผู้หญิง
duelist.
เทคมันเอาคุ้มจัด
I
เลย
think
แล้ว
that's
มันก็
what
ไป
Hyunmin
ตาย
and Flashback do
ก็ได้ออฟ
miraculously
เพิ่ม
well. That could just be Team Liquid not quite executing properly, or it might be a sign of some lack of experience on a new comp that they're trying to pull out and play.
Yeah, well,
And of course it would be an experience. It's the first time Nats has ever played duelist in
Yeah.
his pro career. He's played so many games.
you have to assume they've been having some level of success with it, at least in practice, to be able to pull it out.
I don't know, man. You can't have been playing that many scrims with this. I think this might just be like pure theory, couple of scrims.
Bit of a pocket pick as well, throw it out.
You know what else is
Obviously-
interesting? Team Liquid's academy roster runs quite a lot of Waylay Yoru. So I was surprised the first time when Team Liquid got really caught off by DRX's comp.
Sure.
But maybe Nat's talking to the academy team and getting some tips.
Another similar group up here. It's Bane who sees all those signs of life. Wants to get it off nice and early, trying to dominate inside that smoke and flashback. Can't get out of it.
Nat
Overwhelmed
เปิดค
by
รับ
the presence of the duelists.
จริงวะ
Nats who takes his life.
ถือว่าเริ่มต้นได้ดีสำหรับ
Surely up
มือ
towards
ใหม่
that A-Link free and could be seeing, yep.
มือใหม่อย่างนั้นน่ะ
Showcase. Nats is also going around the world here. Not
DRX
sure what the premise is of it.
DRX are giving Team Liquid a lot of mid control. It looks very similar to the pistol round, doesn't it? Where they just take A-Link basically for free, contacting up mid. I think that's a
น้อง
big
Scarlet
hole
ตัว
in
เดียวครับ
defense right now for DRX. And again, it's this protocol of 3 players cowering towards the back of the site. It's really uncomfortable to defend A like this.
All broken. DRX is going to be feeling it now. Well, the util sent flying forwards as well. It goes evenly on either side, hand in hand, to try and stall and stun them out. Nats has found his way into the B side. Wall tripped up,
Oi.
freeing. Really seeing if he can be tested
โอ้ย
there.
จะวิปไปเลย
The trade online, quick up through mid.
บีเคลียร์บีเคลีย
Bringing
ร์
that
บีเคลีย
avenue
ร์
to help and Nats as well. All this distraction, and look at these DRX players.
แล้ว
I
โอ้
mean,
โห
Bane and Hyunmin
นึกว่าเล่น
all
ไว
the way
เปอ
in
ร์
spawn.
มาอย่างนี้
Ace. Oh
Dude,
my
They've
god,
missed it
the
potentially.
timing.
There's that timing. Nats was low enough, but still as a
เอ้ย
shot to the
2-3
dome.
ทีนี้
Does
เป็น
hit
ไม่ได้ละ
in.
จากตอนแรกจะเป็นไปไม่ได้
Away from this play as well.
2v3
They don't know
still.
where
เอาเวเลไปเลิก
Looking for a bit of
ยัง
clearance.
คง
Bane doesn't really wanna
เป็นแนทเหมือน
overextend,
เดิม
not
นะ
smoke in his
ไม่จะเป็น
face.
ตัวอะไร
Time will start to tick. Hyunmin's finished though, and that leaves
Safe
it just
there.
down to Bane in a 1v3. Unlikely that he's going to want to try and
แต่
play
ดูไอ
this
เดีย
one.
ในการตีไซส์มันดี
Far too
นะ
unlikely.
แต่ต้องดูว่ามันจะกันยังไงแต่เวเลกับโอเม
I
น
was
กัน
talking
เก่ง
about
แล้
that
ว
gap up through middle. But the patience played there by Team Liquid as they paused before
น่าจะ
the
มีขบวนท่า
AX
เจ๋งๆ
allowed
ให้ดูไว้รอบ
Nats.
นี้
Of course
ต้องรอ
he's
ดู
lurking still while playing Waylay. But he lurks into the B site, gets past the
Nat-
Vice util
Nat
and
เป็น
calls
ส
for
ตรี
his
ม
team to come back in that direction.
เปิดไปดูไม่เคยเห็นกดดูเวลเล
Clearly
ย
here, Nats is still going to have some of those rounds, I guess,
คือมัน
where
เชื่อมั่นในโลน
he's
มากเลย
playing it in his classic style
เห็นเหมือ
despite
นก็
being
เล่น
on
เซน
a
แล้วก็เซต
completely
อัพเหมือนใน
different
แข่ง
role.
Bring that pressure elsewhere on the map.
And I do love the idea of fast starts to these defaults because you can go into a quick A exec or you can slow down the tempo like they did here. They get into a 5v4 and they just pump the brakes entirely. That makes it very difficult for the DRX to figure out what's going on because they don't control mid.
Yeah, I think you've diagnosed it perfectly there.
Oh
To
my
be
God.
honest, just off the rip. Of what we've seen of Corrode being played, mid control, vitally important. DRX not really making too many adjustments towards. I mean, there's a deep paranoid. This is going to be a trap play.
เราห้าม
Yeah,
ไม่
so
มีการ
play
เซฟ
potentially. You're going to see a lot of util flying out forwards, and there it is. It's that hinder drop down, double dash forwards, but Hyunmin respects it, seeing that there was no connection.
แม่จะเล่นขบวน
Immediately
ท่า
reflects
รู้
back
รู้
to the rest of his team.
It's a nice set play, but people are more aware of it now.
Yeah.
And there's no Viper. Normally the Viper would be over there throwing the orb and stuff, but Trex doesn't have to be tucked in that corner. And again, Team Liquid have taken a lot of mid here for free at the start of the round.
Just given up.
Flashback was thinking about opping this round and decided to go for the Vandal instead. I wonder if that would have been more over towards denying space in mid. Once more, this pause. This time, though, they don't have quite the same level of space. Normally, Hyunmin's been pushed back into the site when Team Liquid pumped the brakes. This time, DRX can still jiggle and get some A main info. And Mako can see towards A-Link as well. Smoked off now.
Hyunmin going to get his chance really, but again, the barrel points out as well. Spoils his position that he's playing in. Mako, stray shot spammed out. So Nightfall's going to be scattering, connecting onto multitude of these players. The sound cues now, and that A-hit looks like it's being committed to. Team Liquid want to try and send this one flying forwards. Hyunmin and Mako looking to see if they can hold this one all the way back. Hyunmin really being tested in that spot, but the duelists have already dropped for DRX. Mako still alive here, off to the side, denies that one. Convergent paths offloaded, but it's a wasted ult. No one is home. It's a reflank occurring. That A-link space being absorbed up, and Mako is dealt with
ไม่เจ็บเท่า
eventually.
ไหร่
Good TP from Kiko.
Leaves it into the 2v2 here. Nat's still watching for it. And the plan again, just anticipating he could be being pushed up. Again, time is of the essence. He's really running short. Finds it, but again, that trade evened out. 10 seconds left.
พี่นึกว่าได้เมื่อกี้วาง
6 seconds remaining. We'll have to hard stick and commit this one to bring it into the extension.
อ่านให้ขาดอ่านให้ขาด
All the way from the side. Collected and cool with the aim.
no save
Team Liquid this time not quite able to capitalize on the push into the A site.
ไม่วางไปเลยว่าตอนแรกวางไปตอนแรกนี่กลายเป็น 2-2 ได้เล่นแล้วนะ
Still being able to back off. A lot of this fight though came down to the trades right before this kill happened. But the pick onto Patty was a big one. Nats actually used all of his utility before they got into that side push, and then was the second player in trying to trade out the kills. And then had a very weird refract usage towards the end where he stuck it down in the open. He's at the top of the scoreboard for the team, but
อ้าวน้องพันธุ์
slightly strange use of the waylay.
เปิดปุ๊บไปเฉ
This
ย
time DRX fighting more over towards mid.
Team mid smoke. Haunt reveals a bit of information here.
อันยองครับผม
Another rim through into B main, Steel Garden. Set forwards now. Nats is going to be sending it straight up through mid. Hyunmin's been caught out. He was trying to take that timing when all that pressure was being applied over towards B.
น้องท็อปสวัสดีครับ
คิวแบบต่อเนื่อง
Still, Steel Garden's going to be fading. Guns out for Bane. Has an
ไอ้ปืนมัน
opportunity
ลั่น
to really do some damage.
ไอ้เบนมันเมาชนคีย์บอร์ดนี่วะ
หันสุดเขาเรียกสุดแขนสุดแขน
Discipline can't quite manage it with a spray control. Flashback. He's already deep in the fight though. Flash in his face. Won't be able to see much from this spot, but Mako from the high ground can see all. Readily available. That rifle in hand draws it level 3-3.
The reinforcements are coming through very quickly from DRX there. Heaven dominated. Team Liquid with no opportunity to fight for additional space in the post plan. You'd love, as the attacking team in that spot, to try and take some elbow control, get up into Heaven yourself. But Mako is there so fast. And Flashback coming in to reinforce. Not relying on the ults, not trying to play some level of set retake, but they're very, very quickly boxing Team Liquid in on site. And now the economy not in a good spot for Team Liquid. We're expecting this to be a defense-sided map, generally. But when you have double duelist versus double duelist, I think tend to throw that kind of preconception out the window.
Yeah.
Should be a bit more of an even map. And it has been so far.
We agree with that. Our understanding of how the map might play. Throwing out a little bit here. Double dash forwards here from Nat, but spam into the smoke. That actually caught onto Camo to seize. Just in case it was a close punish, but no one really following up on most of this one. Flashback trying to reinsert onto the angle. Outlaw is the weapon for the job. Still overwhelmed over towards the B side. That's a very deep TP. Kiko's already into the back lines.
Yeah, that's incredible, actually. He's managed to get so far in.
ได้อยู่นะ
And the one player that DRX didn't want to lose, because there goes all of your thorns, there goes the wall.
Kiko could really make a solid difference here. He's got a rifle in his hand, but Flashback will spot him out there. Dimensional drift. Utilize, make sure that they can clear this one out. Have their hold onto B. Use the good fruition still. Holding it down, double dash round in the corner. Shot by Kiko. Great adjustment.
อยู่ดีก็ได้เล่น
หาย
Yuto coming flying forwards at him.
I like the proactivity from Liquid.
Really
งงเลยครับไปไหนหมด
have a fight to be taken as well as they're wrapping around.
เรียบร้อย ได้เล่นอย่างนี้ได้เล่น
ไปเทคใจเย็น
Thorns lay it down on top of the Bane. Just spots the one up
ได้
towards
ปืนด้วย
Heaven. Haunt on.
วางเปิด
It's going to clear the way for most of this one again, but the plan is in a bit of a weird spot. Mako not quite there. The C's is going to be connecting. A bit of raw spam as well. Needs to be that defense in order to stick.
เอ้า
Not
แล้วมันยิง
tonight.
ไม่โดน
Mako defends in time.
โอ้
The
โนเฟกอีก
smoke
แล้ว
up towards Heaven had just been put there
ถาม
and
จริงแล้วมันจะ
denied
โดน
Pannysgg
กู้
from
สุด
being
ไปอี
able
ก
to
นาน
get
ข
an
นาดไหน
angle.
ควิด
The
มัน
plan
จุ่มเลยอะ
itself as well, not in the greatest spot for them to fight over. And DRX steal that one
ที่
away.
ไม่เล่น2 วันเนาะตาเล็ดไปทางไหนเซต้าคู่นี้
Pressure onto the post planners was the best thing they were doing in previous rounds. This time it was Liquid who moved quicker, went up through elbow. That's a nice adjustment. But DRX still able to get it the third defuse in a row, and Flashback picks up the
Don't
ult
defuse
to
with
try
DX 2-0 เลยเหรอ โอ้โห
Loaded up the back of Mako. A lot asked of him as a player.
IGLing for the team again now as well.
Exactly as well. Normally that's
น้ำท่วมเลย DX 2-0
fraction of his
แต่ผม
performance.
ว่า
but
ลิควิดกัน
He
เก่ง
played a great game to open
ขอมัน
against
ตี
Team
ได้สัก
Liquid.
เยอะๆหน่อย
Fell off a little bit in the next, so... Oh, hello, that's not
อุ้ย
so
แล้วแน
bad.
ทซื้อปืนมาแบบ
Yeah.
เหมือนรู้อะ
Happens. It definitely does happen, but don't be getting too much usage out of that. But the
Yeah.
operator come to fruition with a purchase like that. Flashback's been pretty consistent so far.
คนเรามันไม่แพ้ตลอด
4 คนเดินไป
They
เจอ
do
คน
pull
มี
it out.
เกาะ
It's a rarity sometimes, but with the slower pump the brakes style of play that Team Liquid are playing, the operator getting value. Flashback immediately reinserting themselves onto the A line.
10 HP.
น้องไอซ์เลยครับ
And there's a lot of wall bang opportunities here.
อันไหนช็อตเอาเหรอ
Could take him out, but Flashback
What?
survives.
It's awkward.
แต่ละคู่
Stays on the line. Good info for his team.
We'll have to respect that though. There's Util in his face. Gate crash pulls back to a bit more safe position. Trex is just trying to bait out a bit of this spot here, but Smoke blooms a little bit too late there, and even that with a hinder drop down. Hyunmin never denied that space here. They do not anticipate Trex whatsoever. Slipped the net straight past most of that. In a forward approach as well, he might have just carved out a bit of a space position for Team Liquid. Take advantage of 23 seconds. Spike in the middle of nowhere.
โอ้โหโดนมามุมนี้
Calling up here. A lot of damage done straight to the body with those shots.
โอ้
21 health
ไอเทค
remaining.
มันดันแพ้ไง
14 seconds left to do it. It's left into the 1v1 here, but no time.
10 seconds left.
นี่มันเป็นนีออน
Such a big map. There was only
Wing will
12
fire.
seconds there for him to go get the spike. I'm surprised he doesn't go for a little bit of a push onto Hyunmin because he heard exactly where he dashed to. He knew that he dashed over towards B, but I think he would have just been chasing him around the houses on the B site.
Yeah.
So instead, opts to keep the operator, which is a bit of an unusual one. I think they came into that round with Nats picking up the outlaw. Yeah, there's a fight over there towards mid with it. And the bigger gun wins the day, but now... I mean, they've been playing a bit of a slow attack side, considering they're playing the double queue list.
ใครจะ
They're trying to go for these like late round execs, maybe just trying to wait out gate crashes.
Get first kill.
I think that's part of it, yeah.
แฟตแบ็ก
Win con for a lot of these teams in the Euro meta is waiting out slow attack side rounds at the beginning.
ของสโลว์เลยครับ
After 4 rounds in a row from DRX, 3 of which they played fantastically. One where they maybe got a little bit lucky with
แต่
sticking
แบง
that
ค์พาส
fuse.
ซีฟเลย
Team Liquid are going
เอา
to
เธอ
take
ก็
a
คือไม่
tactical
มีใครได้
timeout
คิว
and
เล
try
ย
to adjust something because
เออ
theory
ก็
has
คืออะไร
been
วะ
decent, but the execution has just not
ตาย
been
หมด
quite
เหรอ
there to
ฟอร์
be
เร
able
สเหรอ
to take out DRX. And this map pick was so unusual
ใช้ว่า
to
ฟอร์เรส
start
อ่ะ
with Brett. Even before we got to the crazy Nats on Waylay comp. Because Team Liquid have picked a map here that they're 1 and 2 in this year.
They haven't had good results on it.
Not particularly, and they've been trying a range of different compositions. But the odd thing as well is that DRX have been 1 and 3 this year. I would just argue that DRX have been doing that in a better region for Corrode.
Sure.
I haven't been
But
too
also,
happy with the way that EMEA teams have been playing it.
There's always going to be a lot of variance as well when a new map comes out.
Absolutely.
You go to an event, there's been a bit of a break. Teams have had time to practice. So
Yeah, that's completely true. But I think Team Liquid taking such a gamble with their own map pick shows you how far they wanted to push things away from the previous series.
take it in a different direction.
And yet we still have Abyss and Bind to close, the 2 maps that DRX won the last time. It's a strange buy for Liquid. They saved that operator, get a Vandal and a Guardian out, but
bought a few guns around it, right?
so much of this is on Nats whether or not you can get an opening pick.
Just
Back to
these
you,
players
Kyle, again.
Freeing is peeking out Prowler.
It's hard to avoid info peeking here on B.
ไปไปเลย
At some
นะ
point, Freeing is going to go for it. It might just be in 30 seconds.
And the angle's good for Nats.
all right now.
มาแล้วหนึ่งครับ
That's going to be
มือ
the
สไนยังเป็น
falling down, crumbling around them, and now the pressure immediately onto Bane. Can he try and deliver? Can he try and push this one back? But
ลวก
Akira to the back.
ใช้ได้
Do much
ใช้ได้
about
เลย
that
ใช้
spot
ได้
here. Flashback looking to see if he can hold on to control of this area, but
อุ้ย
respected. Gate
อุ้ยมันเข้าโคตรเดือดอะดูดิ
more safety. But this is looking like a save
เข้า
already.
ดี
here
จัด
as They're backing themselves out slowly.
สรุปแม่งออเทอร์จริงแม่งเซฟ
That's
ปะเนี่ย
twice now that we've seen Freeing go down early. Clearly an area that Team Liquid realized that they can abuse coming out of the
ฟอ
tag
ร์เรสจริง
timeout.
คนทำโพยเหมือน
Exactly
รู้
what they wanted to go for there, didn't they? Picked off the B
Ah,
anchor
Ned,
instantly
la
and
hoi.
they're in. And the fact that they didn't even
Ui,
have to invest
ơi,
in
mình
steel
còn mà la.
guard to close that
นี่
out.
เอาเธอ
It's quite an
Leap cho lời
easy
chẳng à?
round, I guess. After DRX have just won 4 in a row and
แต่
looked
ว่าคิโกตัดมาโกได้
the better team to
Ow.
begin.
Definitely feels easy.
เอ้าอย่างนี้โพยเป็นไง
We
เนี่ย
talked about the money
เออ
situation. They
ยัง
had
ไงทีนี้
an op and 2 rifles, essentially. I think the Guardian and the Vandal forced around it. But
เดี๋ยว
other
มัน
than
ต้อง
that,
เปลี่ยน
not
มันต้อง
really
เปลี่ยน
a concrete
Boy.
buy, still around with. Gets the job done.
And I think one of the theory
good
points
night,
here
boy,
on
nah.
Nats' op is that when you're not running the double smokes, Mako can't keep everything smoked around the map. You want to keep bottom mid smoked, you want to keep A main smoked, you want to keep B main smoked. One Omen can't do all of
Yeah,
that.
you only have so much.
Yeah, so there are actually going to be a lot of avenues on the attack side, over towards B main in particular, where
Now we wait.
they're waiting for some contact before Mako goes for that smoke. And that's going to offer an opportunity for Nats to get an opening pick. Now this time, Nats is working his way
นัด
up
เล่นอะไร
towards
ก็
B,
ยิ
and
ง
it
เย
looks
อะ
like
ว่ะ
another trap play, pressure on Tex.
See how this one goes.
มันจะจัดกระบวน
An
ท่า
early flash from Trex. Sends it flying forwards, but it was dodged, so we didn't get the indicator that there were players
ตั้ง
posted
ค่ายกล
up
อยู่หน้า
into
บี
B.
นะ
But he leaves the danger zone. And at some point here, DRX have got to dismantle the trap play because you can't commit 3 players to B the entire round.
Fully relying on your team to just hold it down over towards A. Got the Warn, the wall and the 2 sets of thorns up, but Prowler doesn't spot anything. It's a game of question marks right now. DRX are trying to piece together where the hell Team Liquid are on the map. Jumpman re-exploring in through mid. Nats is south going walkabouts.
มันหยิบเวเลมาเล่นแบบนี้ใช่ไหมแบบเดินเอาสไนเล็งเหลี่ยม
Tries to bait it out.
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. 3rd time's a charm. Flash gets some acknowledgement there as well.
ได้ของฟรี
Throughout all of this, DRX are not super
โอเค
happy about information in mid.
สลับปืนไหม
Trying to pick it up.
สลับปืนไหมกลับ
And
ไป
we've
เท
seen
คไหม
him take those fights with Saturate,
Nat?
but right now,
เอาแวนดอลมา
is this a real exec?
I'll be going into these plays as well. They only have the classic
Wala ba kayo?
name. Hinder slightly and slowly gliding down, freeing. Yeah, wasn't really favoured in a fight like that. Still gotten as well. We fully take away any other remaining guns. Team Liquid
เอาชัวร์จริง
putting themselves a bit of a spot off to the side to get the clan down now. DRX again left just scrambling.
ไม่มีคำว่าเยอะไปถ้าชนะ
They do want to make a go for it though. 3v5 here.
แค่ได้
DRX
4 คนวะ
previously went for the save. This time looking like they want to commit. Maybe looking for a pick.
They've got the money
อาจ
to
จะเป็น
do so.
J7 ครับ
Microphone
Off into
activated.
elbow. Nats.
Ui.
Ready there. Conversion pass is ready to try and save them. What
Ui.
an entry jump in though.
Ui,
Also
Kiko
shut down.
save
Kiko into
ราว
the
นี้
corner was not cleared
ยี่กู
out.
ตื่นว่ะ
Is that danger player still?
อย่าไป
ถ้าเมื่อกี้ไม่เซฟหมดนะน่ะ
But not sharp enough to try and dissuade the rest of Team Liquid. They brought it 5-5.
นัทถือว่าใจแข็งอยู่เมื่อกี้ยัง
What
ไม่
a
กดติ
savior Kiko is in that corner playing anti-flash because the entry, the
เกิดราว
idea,
นี้มัน
the
ตัดสินใจไม่
theory
ติด
from
แต่แพ้
DRX
มันยังแอบจะเสียดายอยู่
remarkably solid in that moment. Coming back in with the double dash and the flash. Completely caught these players. In fact, Kiko not even anti-flash. Just tucked in the corner, unable to be punished and not really noticed by Hyunmin. Nearly sat on top of him, didn't he? Landed in Kiko's lap. Okay, now both teams have an op. You heard Nat's
Amazing
comment
round,
again there. They
amazing
wanted the op,
agent,
but they've given it to
amazing
Pannysgg,
gun.
and they're doing
ชุด
something
นี้ดิ
fast.
Conversion player.
ชุดนี้เดือดสุดแล้วต้องเลยมีมา
For a bit of a
ของ
split
ลิควิดอะ
potentially. Slower through A main as well, but it does give them that
ถ้าลงนี่เป็น
A-link
เรื่องเลยนะ
control.
ดูดิแม่งไม่เช็คด้วยนะ
DRX have been happy to this entire map so far just give up all mid control. Playing deep tucked onto the side, trying to anchor it down, but that double dash forwards, backwards. That's just looking for the information.
Hey.
That's it.
แปลกๆพี่แนท
Okay. Saturate, drop down. Was that
Don't
zone
bait, don't bait.
saturate?
Nat's got
เมื่อกี้ของ
caught.
คุณมินนะ
I think it was Hyunmin's, but I'm not
Could be
100% sure to be
yeah.
honest with you. And now they're going back into a slow contact A hit, knowing that the defenders will have started to spread out again.
It's on Hyunmin. Towards it. Already to rumble of the footsteps, stun, ricochet, dash back
Ui.
away to Bane.
Ah,
Catches
mà làm
Bane to the
chục
left
kèm.
out into the open conversion.
เรา
pass.
ไม่โดนครับ
Dropped
อุ้ย
down.
คม
Hyunmin lights out with a shot like that. Rips ahead clean off that, and the shot missed. Hold on, that's going a bit
เกือบ
wide.
นะโกะ
Wacky.
ไอ้
The
โกะ
kills are definitely
โกะวางงานครับ
on Liquid.
ถ้ามันปิด ถ้ามันปิดได้ไวเลยไม่ต้องออกไปแล้วก็ไปโดนคนอื่นยิงโอ้แต่ใครวะที่ไม่ยืนมันให้อย่างคม
Jack's able to get planned down
It
in a
take,
really
yeah.
solid position on the site.
Spike planted.
Tough spot for free.
Does he
His
wanna
team's,
go?
เนี่ยพลัง
team's
วัย
not
รุ่น
going to
แม่
be
ง
able
ดี
to buy in
อ
the
ย่าง
next
ที่พี่แนท
round.
โดนเมื่อกี้เห็นนะ
But
ใช่
แบบ
you
เม็ด
might
เดียว
feel like you need this one.
นั่นแหละ
What are his chances
ทีม
of
มัน
winning an
ต้องมีอย่าง
1v3
นั้น
are
อะ
low,
เอ
but
อ
your chances of winning the next round are going to be low with light buys as well.
แต่น้าเองก็ทำได้นะแบบเมื่อกี้
Crouched up on a pixel angle.
นานๆที
Just wants to save the rifle. Conservative here.
นายเองหลังๆค
Given
ม
some level of a freebie, possibly he would have gone
แต่
for
ไม่
it,
พอ
but
ดิ
แล้วโบ๊ทก็ทำได้
are really running this
บางวัน
โบ๊ท
unusual way, and I think
โบท
it's
ยุค
throwing
ไหนยุค
DRX
นี้
off.
ใช่ไหม
When
เอ้ย
I've watched a
ยุ
lot
ค
of
นี้แหละ
Pacific
บางแมป
teams play this double duelist style, they are a little more
นานๆ
straight
ที
up
เหมือนกัน
about it.
Yeah.
They're getting into position and they're running site execs. When Team Liquid are doing it, they're running the waylay ult at the start of the round just to take space on A, and then they pause for
น้า
30 seconds, something like that.
น่าจะโค้ช
Maybe
นา
even
วีเนี่ยแหละ
longer for the defenders to spread back out, and then they re-exec into A.
You can tell us. I mean,
Nah,
it's
we don't
twisting
team,
DRX
mate.
brains
Yeah.
มีซีเน็ตนะเจส
into pretzels. I mean, they don't know what's going on around the map.
Mako unlucky to not be able to get this kill.
แต่ถ้าน้าเป็นโค้ชให้นาวีนี่คือเหมาะโคตรเหมาะ
Had to swing out super deep and ended up getting caught by Trex.
One arrow. There. One
And then they were still in
แต่
the
นาวี
2v3,
เพลเยอร์มัน
but Camo was doing a great job of getting
ดู
in
ดี
behind
ตอนเนี้ย
these
นาวี
players
อ่ะ
and shutting down anyone on
ดูสิ
DRX
โหด
taking a peek.
Yeah.
Now the DRX economy is broken, but the ults at least are gone for
หรือไม่
Liquid.
ก็ไปโค้ชเนี่ยไอ้พวกเจนเมดอ่ะ
5 players grouped up here for
Fire.
Team Liquid. Looks like a very
Thăm
much
team mày.
all-in
8
honest
เพลเยอร์โคตรพร้อม
towards the B.
น้าไม่โอ้คุกหลกน้าก็แค่มีโยรุทุกคอมซึ่งตอนนี้เมตาอยู่แล้วตันเลยเฮ้ยเอ้า
เฮ้ย
One
way
way
to
on
go.
this, but they don't realise that Kiko was already in. It was that double TP still. The team ready. Rifles well trained under the choke point. Flashback. Firing off.
เราพูดไทย
And you see when Team Liquid run a more standard
ห็นว่าปืนแม่ง
set
เยอะกว่า
DRX, DRX, all the defensive protocols are ready. So the fact that Nats has called these little pump fakes in previous rounds appears to be absolutely vital to getting them to a 6-6 half. And I say 6-6 because the chances of pannysgg winning a 1v4 in this spot are impossibly slim. Incredible back and forth beginning on this map.
Yeah.
A bit of an unknown for both teams, middling in the
ไม่
map
ได้
ball.
กินครับพอมา
That's
เราก็
a
ตื่น
way
เลย
like a ridiculous way to begin a rematch between two teams, especially when they're both excellent at the next one coming up on Abyss.
Echo explanation, but that's a first kill given up. Killmin, no trade in sight. There's 27 seconds left to play with.
วิ่งไปวางบี
Deep onto the side alongside Bane. Bane is low.
But this would be
มีภาพเหรอ
world-class clutch.
It really would have to be. With Flashback getting all the information as well now. That dimensional drift going to be put on his heels alongside the Prowler.
no
Still,
way.
hold on,
ภาพ
back
แล้ว
goes
เนี่ย
down. Inside the dimensional drift, there's no way you can try and make a play towards this one here. DRX, Bane with the defuse, sticking this one. Flashback has it covered.
ให้เฟดแบ็กน่ะ
มันโลหมดแล้วด้วยตัวละนัดอ่ะ
Petit Prince est à la
เป็นเรื่อง
maison.
อยู่
Yopa, KC Blue Star player is
เอ็ดเหรอ
in his castle at Les Arènes. Yopa, what a pleasure to have you here
ไม่น่าทัน
here at KC Arena. And the first question I wanted to ask you is, all those players on stage have been playing in the tier 2 before, so does it make you dream about playing champs? And
มี
how
ไหม
long is it gonna take you to be
มี
there? Donc
Yeah,
tous les
il
joueurs
faut-
ont évidemment
Oui.
été dans le T2 avant d'être ici. Est-ce que ça te fait un peu rêver? Et combien de temps ça va te prendre avant d'être ici aux Champions?
Forcément, en rejoignant l'académie, ça donne envie de jouer les Champions avec une équipe
พี่ไปโหลด
française.
เกมลงมาเว้ย
Et je pense que l'année prochaine,
Mais
ça
Xbox.
นี่
pourrait
เห็น
se
ซ้าย
passer.
กากบาดก้อยแล้ว
Oh,
เอ็ม
avec
แปด
KC, maybe with KC next year. KC VCT,
Mane.
this could be possible. I like that.
เคยเห็น
that
เกมชื่อว่า
season
Deep
for
Lock
Yopa, very
Galactic
good
ปะ
answer indeed.
Galactic
And
ปะ
the second question I wanted to ask you, you did amazing with KCBS on the reveal role
ไม่เคย
this year, but I wanted to know who's
มั
your
นเกม
role
Xbox
model? Who are you looking up
Xbox Game
to,
Pass อะ
as a reference? Donc, qui est ta référence en matière
เห็น
de rôle?
ภาพมันน่าเล่นดี แล้วเกม
En Lille cette année, mais c'est qui
เคย
ta
ชอบเล่นเกมแบบนี้ โหลด
Le
มา
début,
ผม
quand
ไม่
j'ai
ติด
joué le rôle,
ติด
c'était
หนัก
vraiment
เลย
Léo de chez Fnatic. Mais là, récemment, c'est
Belle
vraiment
game,
Riens de chez
Bah.
Team Red.
I think that's a pretty good answer indeed. Une bonne
Upgrade
réponse.
ของไป
So
เรื่อยๆ
my
อะแล้ว
reference
สกิล
has
มัน
been
ยิ
at
ง
the
เอง
beginning
อะ
of the game,
เป็น
Leo
2D
from
อะแล้วก็
Fnatic
เดิน
and
ลุย
we
ดัก
miss him of course. And now it has been Riens from Team
แล้ว
Heretics.
ก็
Two
ฟาร์ม
very
ตัว
good
เก่งเลย
players
ขึ้น
indeed.
เรื่อย
ลง
And
ไล
we're
ท์
gonna see if there's gonna be a reveal diff
ๆอะไรอย่างนั้น
on
อะแต่มันมี
Pearl.
แบบรายละ
See
เอียด
you.
เยอะกว่า
So far, these teams evenly matched 6-6 here, even with DRX ending up losing the opening pistol. Managed to drag it back nice and even here, and we'll take a closer look as well at that Coinbase econ report. Pick your poison.
We'll go for Nats,
Game of
shall
debate
we?
top.
We'll take a look at the guy.
ไม่เค
It
ยเห็นเหมือน
is a player that you might not expect to be on this role, on this agent.
Yeah.
First time that he's
เยอะด้วย
ever
ใส่เป
played Duelist.
โอ้ย
It's also a bit odd to see him often going in. He had a couple of lurk rounds. He was picking out the outlaw and the op.
It's like a weird blend of how a duelist might play and how he might play. He's
Yeah.
playing Viper.
Yeah. So
It's odd.
now that the team's on defense side, though, how perfect do their retakes look? How good are the sight anchors? People like Trex, people like Kiko, or potentially even Patty in these spots. Can they push away Hyunmin and deal with flashback? Look at that, 506 games played.
That's insanity.
First time on Duelist. And so far, it's interesting.
Yeah.
And
There was
it's-
ever a time to pull
ตี
it
ไป
out.
6 ลูกปากไหมโอ้ย มันมองไปที่อาบิดแล้ว ตี 6
DRX. Patient at the beginning, scared of the potential of a trap play. They know how these comps work, but now gearing up and grouping up for this B hit.
They actually had double sheriffs posted on an aggressive line over towards A, so they should be fairly ready for this B hit.
Here it is, backing in double. Oh, what a shot! Magnetic to the dome of Kiko, and that revealing to the back tricks. His position
โอ้โห
noted.
ไม่มีภาพ
With the quickest cleanup. Plan could go down now. A little bit of concern over towards heaven. You can see the ping from Bane. Make sure that his team's watching it and covering it, but they immediately take up control and residency in that elbow area.
Huge difference between how
คุณ
good
มัน
and
โห
how
ดมากนะทัวร์
coordinated
เนี้ย
DRX look on that B exec.
Flashback from on high as well. His team's going to be able to play off of his contact here from this position, but
เนี่ย
just hopping up on top of the boxes. Nats just claimed the one life. A lot of damage.
ไม่ไหวว่าโลมาแล้ว
And that's low enough here that the gust of wind is going to be bringing them down at this point. Discipline from DRX should reign supreme. And okay, given that one, Nats burning up a bit more. Has to really push back against all that util and a peak on top of it. So DRX get that pistol. Round 13.
That's exactly how the coaches have drawn it up. Double dash in. No value from the flash there. In fact, if anything, it was actually Trex that was pushed off the line. Both Vice flashes. The attackers actually finding more value. Really solid stuff from DRX. Showing how it's supposed to be done with comps like this. And now pistols even on both sides. First for Liquid, second for DRX.
Seeing it in a tempo play. Seen this one before, but Nats is getting caught on the wall.
มันทำไม
Get
มัน
over it here. It's
ทำไม
very
มัน
much
แดบ
all
ไป
in
ยืน
though.
ข้างบ
The
น
rest of the team Liquid willing to take that space here, and they're going to be hearing the
มัน
rumble.
ดูข่าว
No
เฉย
footsteps. DRX calling for this one.
มัน
Rolling
จ่ายส
retreat.
กิลมากนะมันต้องฆ่าแล้ว
Away any guns.
Flashback's a little committed, a little stuck.
Committed. Out in the
Nico.
open, Max still gets the two. And Flashback is, as you mentioned, hard committed here. Marshall in hand though, surely. What is happening at Classic? Still getting it done, Kiko.
ยิงแพ้คลาส
Fortunately
สิก
though, the
เขียน
last
กั
one
น
left. A bit of damage, picks up the gun. Guardian in hand.
The damage is actually the name of the game here,
Oh,
right?
Free and Flashback and Bane don't have guns that they want to take into the next, really.
Yeah. So
They'd like to retrieve some of these weapons that have been dropped down, but they are miles away in Abyss. You've got to get a bit of a marathon sprint on if you want to claim them.
Flashback might be able to get it.
ของเราเป็นโอสวัสดีครับ
So far away,
มา
man.
ทันนะกำลังเดือด
They had two players that didn't buy
No.
that round.
โอ้ตอบโนนี่อันเดอร์ด็อกด้วยเนี่ย
Everything else is not really that useful for a bonus.
Don't claim any of the guns either.
So pretty decent damage being done there. That's going to make DRX's bonus have a lot less sting to it.
พีพอนเกตเฟิร์สบัตเหรอ
Having said that, the two rifles have been given over to the two duelist
ทำไม
players.
ดูแบบ
And I think coming a flashback between the two of them could still cause a lot of damage.
แวนดอลดูน้อยวะ
We know that they've been good for it.
They both have full armor as well, so Nats Outlaw is not going to hurt the duelist players.
That's taken a very deep
ตอบ
peek.
ไม่ทันละ
น่าจะเป็น Outlaw ว่ะ
Either, so he's just going to remain on that angle.
It's not bad because he can use his dash in order to disengage. But he decides to give it up.
Concedes it a bit more.
Very patient, but also maybe a bit cautious from DRX. Worried that Team Liquid are going to run something aggressive against them because the previous round was so all in.
That's not intended.
สวยมาก
No, that's not useful. But Nats just takes the angle anyway.
A lot to watch though.
They have no space.
Yeah, looking on either side here. DRX finally starting to get some control of the map, but
Well, they're trying to push back Nats, but Nats has already gone over the A-Link.
real slow going. Onto the flash. Players are maneuvering,
Thinking
swapping
of
sides
putting
all over the
Pick
place here.
You do have to do something here, DRX,
Need
before the
that
time gets to
balance.
30
Net
seconds.
ไม่เล่นไว้หรอ
That's a lot of damage down onto Flashback. Couldn't quite claim that kill
อยาก
onto
เล่น
Nats.
เวเลว
Okay, they're starting to take their space now on A.
Mindful player,
คาโมก็เล่นได้นะ
34
เวเล
seconds left. They could get pushed back
จะ
even
ใช้
more.
สองดูเอล
Seeing it. Dash forward now from Hyunmin. The hinder for a hinder. Towards the back there. A couple of straight shots on top of it. But the stalwart defense occurring onto the side. Thorns at your feet. A lot of damage being done here, but still DRX are claiming the kills. Nats secluded. Carrying in a corner here. Maybe able to carve out a bit of a space for his team to get back in, but a plant down for DRX. Time element being pushed down to the finer moments. With micro adjustments from Bane as
เร็ว
well.
พี
Just snap straight back to the cranium.
แล้วโดนโบนัสไง
That was done. Finished. Nats though, still remaining here. There's Thorn in their sides. Control over Albo. No more contesting happening from DRX. Freeing though, we'll be able to see this one. Gun first, then the body.
สวัสดีน้องมิกนะครับผม
Finished.
Microphone activated.
In rounds like this, once you get to the actual portion of the site exec, I think you're seeing the difference between the comfortability of these two teams, or the comfort rather of the two teams playing these comps. it's the duelists again. It's the way that Hyunmin and Flashback play off each other. The site anchor player. Okay, there's a hinder thrown out, which is nice to stop Hyunmin from.
เรือดิครับผมเรือ
But
ฟอ
then
งกำลัง
all
มา
of the flashes
ตอน
come
นี้
through. A flash for Hyunmin. The clone comes out as well. The player on site is so blind. Don't need to see that again.
Off the railings, yeah.
But it's this play here. Look at that. Flash through around the corner just sets up nicely for Hyunmin, and Flashback is right behind. That deadly duo ping-ponging back and forth.
Hey, nice blind, man.
It's so difficult for Team Liquid to deal with, and their economy dies here as DRX wins the bonus. DRX looks so clean.
Another trap play called for here by Team Liquid.
Hey.
That's a stun.
แปลก
Lay it down, and that just sits on it like an egg.
Yeah, I mean the
ผมไม่ไป
difference
เอ
in
เลย
terms of
วี
the
ท
execution of these ideas is
Night and
palpable.
day, yeah.
ำอย่าไปกลัวแค่มาหล่อเฉย
Could be risking handing over a gun, especially with Kiko clearing that one up, but poor position, maybe a chance for it to be reclaimed. That's the goal right now for Team Liquid. Upgrade the armaments.
โนแพนนะ
Trex has a Bucky anchoring A here, which could still get Bucky. Oh, what a shot though, Paddy.
Okay.
Deleted. And the two players with guns on the opposite
ยังไง
side
ก็
of
ได้
the
วาง
map.
มันโรเทตไม่ทันอยู่แล้วอะ
Today,
มันไกลอะ
They really are.
turning up to play.
ได้วางแน่นอนนะ
Haven't really been mentioning the stakes too much because honestly we've been infatuated, I think, with just the idea of Team Liquid's comp, but
อ้าว
it's elimination. It's one of the last chances to advance into playoffs, to get a continuation of your year.
นั่นแบบนี้นี่คือแพ้แล้ว
For
สู้
Team
ไม่ได้
Liquid, the number 1 seed coming out of EMEA, the team that just lifted the trophy in that region, they
30 seconds
expect to be able to make playoffs.
The whole year has just been relatively disappointing for them.
Yeah, they
when it
haven't
comes to the
managed
international events.
to make playoffs in any of the events this year.
Yeah.
How Trex, don't write him off.
เฮ้ย
And Kiko.
There you go. Hold on.
เน้น
Damage being done and kills found and claimed. There's time.
No way.
He's running fully away from them. Mako to the spray and pray here.
นี่ไม่ได้วางเฉย
Down, that's a thrifty win, mate. We're talking storylines. Team Liquid
แพ้ได้ไงอ่ะ DRX
ๆนั้นมันยิ้มได้ว่ะ
Well, it's exactly what we were
มัน
talking
เล่น
about. There's
เล่
a
นได้เล่น
Bucky
เวเลแล้ว
anchoring
มี
the
ความสุข
site.
ใช่ไหมพี่แนท
And if you just get smoked off like that, it's gonna feast. This kill in mid though that Kiko got, I don't think should ever be happening. You know, free lands at 140, and then re-peeks back in, and Kiko's aim is so sharp and precise.
always works.
But if DRX had hit the A site and managed to deal with Trex's Bucky
เกโกะจัดให้
anywhere
เลย
in the last 30 seconds, they would have been in a great spot. Is this a trap
เทค
again?
มันเอาบัก
towards
กี้
B?
ยิงไป2โคตรสะใจอ่ะแต่มันนิ่งอ่ะ มันเลือกที่จะไม่ดีใจอ่ะ
Looking to try and take the fight, yeah, it's delayed. In the round to the side, but that flashback, he's found himself a little pocket, and that's his out of there. Looking to play in the rest of his team. That kill found.
โดน
That's
เสิร์ฟ
two
ปล่อย
เกม
คาโมตายหรอกคิดว่าแนทตายเมื่อกี้
to get his acknowledgement onto it, double dash forwards into that one. Hyunmin cannot be stopped, cannot be denied. Alongside Bane.
สามารถเดินเปิดได้โดดเข้ามาเปิดได้กันเร็ว
มันควักเร็ว
The way that DRX
ถ้า
just
คนไม่ได้วางเป้าอยู่
takes
แล้ว
sights
โดน
like that.
โดนยิง
Details
พอ
missing again from Team Liquid. They didn't have anybody holding
น้องแอร์มันย้อมผม
towards B
มัน
main.
เดี๋ยวนี้
And they just
มันขึ้น
Kiko
ไอ้
actually
นี่
tried to throw
ไกล
a
ไวอ่ะ
smoke somewhere else on the map before he threw the
เหมือน
power.
ท่าประจำคุณมินแล้วมันแดดลงตรงนี้ปุ๊บมันหันพร้อมยิงตลอดอ่ะ แล้วฝั่งรับมันอยู่
He
อยู่
wouldn't
ตรง
have
นั้น
had
ตลอด
that
อะ
timing if someone had been holding contact.
เห็นมันแดดมัน
And he
วาง
wouldn't
เป้า
have
ต
had
ลอด
that
เลย
timing if they paranoid off rip.
พร้อม
But
ยิง
because they did both, because they made two small errors there with their setup, it allows DRX to get the punish on the trap play. It's all just about experience, man. The areas that Team Liquid are tripping up and where DRX are flourishing, it all comes down to just time playing these comps in scrims. DRX have had a long time coming into this tournament to refine this theory, and they've hit on something really nice. And Liquid are a bit more desperate, trying to swap over to this last minute.
Trying to pull it out. See, yeah, just here. I mean, they send you to a flying forwards, but because they're doing it delayed, there's nothing for the gap that's just created in that space. That little partition of seconds where Flashback can insert himself. Three-round lead for DRX here. They've been in control almost from the get-go, to be honest. Decided the opening pistol round, but from this point on, stringing together the rounds like it's nothing.
This B exec has been an enormous problem for Team Liquid. You know exactly where Hyunmin's been pathing to, into the hut. I think that calls for some specific ante, to be honest.
นีออนโอ
Obviously,
ดินว่ะ
Hyunmin's been amazing at dodging danger and recognizing danger too.
โดนอัน
This
ตีไว้
looks
เล
like
ย
an ult.
Yeah, convergent pass is going to be unleashed here. Actually, the 9-4, overloaded and overlapped on top of each other. That's a Venn diagram of depth that you do not want any part of. Kiko's out of there. Didn't want to play a part towards it. Mako with a DTP. He's flashed up, lined it up, still hard commits onto it though, and he has that space confirmed for the rest of his team. Bodies though flooding in. Team Liquid trying to get going. But you can't do anything against flashback. 3 removed. And the last known Paddy is going to be not long for this world. Dropped down to 23 health in a 1v3. Multiple positions he's going to have to clear, but Mako's got his eye on all of it.
The BXEG is so
แม่งเซตแบบ
nice. Hyunmin
เซตโหด
even
มาก
goes into a different position this time, dashes a little closer towards the right side. Mako combos it with a TP and is in a really annoying position. But it's Flashback who just barrels in there, taking up all of the space and hitting a monstrous spray transfer with a Vandal. Team Liquid forced to take attack timeout. DRX are flexing their muscles out there. Nothing that Team Liquid have tried is working to stop the hit into B.
อย่างน้องเซนเจลเลยครับ
This was a nightmare for them last time. We saw them play on Abyss and Bind, and the attack side on Abyss, Team Liquid couldn't really figure out how to stop them.
Oh, struggling.
The only rounds that Team Liquid won on defense were they full pushed out on, you know, and tried to take fights before the execs could even happen. And then on Bind as well, we saw Team Liquid really struggle with the combo of this Waylay and Yoru. They had some time to look at those VODs, they've had some time to prep. So in the next 2 maps coming up, maybe we'll see some more kind of anti-strat stuff. But here, even when they know what's coming, they cannot stop it.
แบบนี้น่าจะ
The
จี
big
ครับ
problem is, even if you know where Hyunmin is going, if Hyunmin lands coming out of his dash and sees that he's going to die, he immediately teleports away and you've kind of wasted your time.
He's so consistent.
And then he just plays in flashback afterwards. And yet, if you don't punish Hyunmin, then he sticks his dash. And then he's in a really deep position.
And often coming up with a kill.
Yeah, I think the theory is really nice from DRX. And the timing and the execution of it is beautiful too. A lot of pressure here on Liquid with bad
อะไร
money.
มีสแตทแท็ก
Money,
Microphone
the gambit,
activated.
this throw pick not really working out in their favor. Early days yet in the series, of course, even though it is Abyss and Bind. Team that loses often is going to come back with a lot of improvements, so we'll see if Team Liquid, what they can do as we get deeper into the series. But for DRX themselves, once more, listen,
เด็กมันแพ้เฟนาติกมาใช่ไหม
easy access to the B site. Their exits have been working out
อ๋อ
beautifully.
จัดแล้วแชมเปี้ยนอ่ะ
Don't
เอ้ยไม่
switch
ใช่
it up.
ดิ
Microphone
Jumpman, again,
activated.
same
สาย
similar
นี้มัน
path,
เฟนาติก
just
มันแพ้ไอ้
south deep.
ไส้ไหล
Trying to play the rest of his team in. Full evacuation here from Team Liquid. They don't want to play onto the side.
And because Hyunmin doesn't see the danger, he sticks it.
แพ้นาจี
แพ้นาที
They don't want to
Are
fight
they
this
aware?
forwards. Yeah, they
More
want to fight this
side.
forwards. Mako's just TP'd onto
โอ้แต่นั้นจีจี
slightest of purchase. Kiko off to the corner, but how do you contend with this? How do you contest with this?
ฟอสมาด้วย
You can't,
กัน
man.
บีไม่อยู่
It's
เลยจ้า
overwhelming. Flashback and Hyunmin, this dynamic duo takes sights by storm.
And they're so good at going immediately and taking elbow control, aren't
เทอ
they?
ร์นี้มันโคตรเดือดเลย
The deeper smoke for Mako, so that when he TPs up into heaven,
No hesitation with it.
he knows that nobody's going to be able to punish him. It's not like he's TPing into a smoke that somebody could be hiding inside of.
They're just on
And
the
then
edge of it.
On the edge of the hinder too, so not even
Yeah.
punished by Nats. It's really good
โอ้โห
stuff.
แฟนแบ็ก
And if you're not
มัน
playing
ยิง
elbow
อย่าง
control
นี้
the exec, they just immediately
มัน
take
เหมือน
extra
ง่ายเลย
station
ว่ะ
elbow, and it's
2
it's
ช็อ
a
ตแล้วนะ
nightmare. I love what DRX are doing out there. They're really putting down picture perfect ideas with this composition. Liquid are out of their depth.
โยรุกดไป 20 ครับ
One more round is all DRX need now. Want to set them up. Paddy does land a shot. Flashback's taken out early. Could be big for them.
Yeah,
M8
that's very helpful. Trex has moved his positioning over
Oh.
towards B. He
Pen
has
ไป
an
ได้
ultimate
เป็น
to be
ไป
able
ไม่
to
ได้
shut down a B exec. So DRX have to try something different in this round. But they've got 5 opportunities to close out here on their opponent's map pick.
That's damage done. Bait and switch play. That's trying to aim to pretend like it's just him. Camo, hopefully not clear, but a Prowler. Yeah, it's a last minute adjustment towards it. Paddy, pixel angle. No kills found. We'll have to concede and give up most of that space now. Drifting back away.
A player's getting pushed back, but DRX calling for a B split. Nice
Yeah.
idea from Mako, down a player.
Making moves now. It's a double dash to try and clear all those close corners. That's going to be heard out here by Team Liquid. They still have a lot of util. Elbow control is going to be vital to hold on to now. Team Liquid of the Trex. And Kiko.
They're just trying to hold elbow.
Have a TP up top, just on the
Yep,
edge of
right.
Kiko though, he's not going to be called out twice here. The fight towards elbow is going to be anticipated. So Steel Guard has been primed, held, ready, waiting, but
5v3.
not actually being used. 5v3 here, Team Liquid feeling like they maybe have to use absolutely everything to get this round over the line. Being pushed to the absolute limits, even with the player advantage here. Freeing, looking for a safe spot to try and hide in here. Horn for a horn, going to be dealt with, dropping down out onto the side of Shorties. Could be doing a bit of damage. Forward is the fight to be taken, but Hyunmin cleaned up and out of rifle back. Ready and waiting for too many targets. Overwhelmed here. Vayne will have to be unreal in that spot.
ไปกันต่อครับ
Too much.
So a successful first of 5 to be put on the board for Team Liquid if they want to try to take this to OT. But I'm personally not a fan of using that Steel Garden towards the end. I can understand the logic of you just need to close out the round. Your opponent's on map point. But if you're not able to win a 5v3 without
มัน
an
สแปม
ultimate
แม่น
like
จัด
that,
อะ
then I don't really see how you're going to be able to win
ไกล
another
ไหม
4 in
ก็
a row when you
ไกล
don't
อยู่
have
จากส
access
ภาพ
to
นี้
it. I think you need to be saving those because now DRX can just run into B. They can literally just run their B exec and they don't have to be worried at all. I mean, even if pannysgg was here with a fade ult, I don't think it would stop them.
ไป
That
ไป
Steel
เทคไม่
Garden
ดรอป
was
เลยของเงิน
great for
ซื้อ
forcing
เลย
Mako to choose different options, and now he's just straight back to the well.
He's going to send it. The only one to real stop them. Kiko's close to the judge. Touch to the corner here. Dimensional drift forward is going to be the first partition to enter here for DRX. Just seeing if he can catch sight and does see it. Hears it. The judge in play. Double dash forwards now as well, knowing that the sight is completely given up. And a fight to be taken. Yes. Flashback. He's not scared. Doesn't cower against it, even knowing that he's up against that judge. And fight to be taken here, but that nightfall doesn't connect. No clearance forward it. Camo, he's there with a trade, but this is too much to deal with at this point. This DRX player is ingrained
เรี
under
ยบ
the
ร้อย
sight.
จีจีครับ
Whistles down one at a time. Just Camo left to stand against it. Sharp on the first, but can he land the
กดเลย
second?
แม่นตีอ่ะ
Three more players to deal with. Overdrive now popped off. Hoping for a freebie, but the discipline of DRX is just far too good.
เฮ้ย
Three shots as well. Damage being done. Definitely tickling and dropping these DRX players down, but it's all up to Vayne, and Vayne
โดนมุม
just
เป็น
finishes it. Forcing Camo to do the backflip. Map 1 goes the way of DRX.
Team Liquid with a big risk here, going over towards Corona. The big games that mattered
ถึงเวลาจีนเข้าไปออฟ
eventually fizzled. They've got to, as you say, continue this momentum
Look at the
while
setup
they've got
from
such
DRX.
great ideas.
The kill trip.
Team
onto the
Liquid,
right
Team
side.
Liquid lost both pistols on this map last time they played on Abyss.
Yeah.
DRX was so strong.
DRX willing to concede most of the space as well, trying to play out of it, and that's a kill trip specifically try and deny against Camo, but it's spotted out. They hear it close to them, denying.
ไม่ดีไม่ดีครับ
Really for DRX to
ไม่ทะลุ
strike
ไม่ได้
real
มีแท็บ
potential damage. Nats has already
พว
taken
กมัน
out.
แทบเหมือนรู้ว่าแบบ
Flashback, that was up towards the top
Liquid ไม่จะ
section.
ไปท่า
Injured
นั้
for
น
a
นะ
moment. Kiko
เอ้า
towards the top. DRX though clean with it.
เป็น
Kills
เรื่อง
are collected
เฮ้
in
ย
their name, and already you're seeing the scurry reposition.
มาแล้วครับ อา
ดู
ชีพ
แน็ต
เก่า
ไปแล้วครับ
Space
อาชีพ
calls for the troops.
แนทบอกอาชีพนี้ถนัดกว่า
He's got to get at least another one here.
Could get his chance soon enough, but no, I mean, Hyunmin, it's unstoppable right
พลัง
now.
วัยรุ่นใช่ไหม
พลังวัยรุ่นจริง
Trex next up here. Might be able to get at least the one, but he's alerted the rest of the squad to his position. DRX now know this. Deep
เฮ้ยเราไม่
round
วาง
committed by Camo. Doesn't go for it. In fact, he's going to walk out of his zone. 30 HP. Needs another kill. Doesn't feel safe enough to go for the plant in this spot. Just spotting the barrel, but now backing out.
ไม่น่าได้วางแล้วดูทรง
DRX want to take this one together.
เออ
They're doing a good job of playing off each other here, DRX. Making sure that those
เมื่อกี้มาตัดได้
individual
หนึ่ง
plays
นี่
from
คือ
team,
จบเลยนะ
from Team Liquid don't
ได้เล่นอยู่
find fertile ground.
Camo, 30 HP. Misses the pixel angle. Shot darts flying off here. Dart towards the back. That's going to be dealt with in time.
อุ้ย
But already being approached, the pressure is mounting. The heat turns up. Camo, 1v3 to try and deal with him with barely any life to work
เล่
with.
นยากจัด
มันรอบ
ข้างบน
รอบครอบจัด
DRX
อะ
now with another pistol round win under their belt.
They had 4 players there ready to defend on A as that exit came through.
Yeah, hard read.
Yeah, and they've also just got they've got a trip in perfect position based on where the dash was going to go. They have a cam for contact too, so you can do a bit of spamming out through heaven. And even with Nats being able to get a kill and pulling the rest of his team out, player disadvantage and they can't win the shots in the middle. So while we're looking towards the team that lost the first match and we're thinking, oh well, what adjustments are they going to make? DRX actually, I mean, you see it here with these 2 trips
Yeah.
even
มัน
that
จะ
are
โด
being
นออกมา
placed
นะ
by
แท็บไป
Free.
แท็บ7อัพดาบ
Already themselves started making adjustments to even more.
ถ้าไม่หล่อมมันชนะ2เข้าไปหรอก
Deep knife against the back wall.
Microphone activated.
Too sure if that was intended, but doesn't quite get the tag they were looking for here. Mako, here in the footsteps, here in the rumble, is going to be sending off a few stray shots, firing off. Just barely seeing the sight lines of these players. ADS up with the ball. There's a lot to really contest from that squad. Smokes obfuscate the entry here for Team Liquid. DRX trying to get back into it. Will definitely even it out. That Marshall in hand.
เมื่อกี้ถ้าแฟดไม่มาซ่อมนี่เป็นเรื่องอ่ะได้เล่นอ่ะเก็บปงกับปืนอ่ะ
Paraffin walk, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's way
หรือ
behind.
เวลา
He is so far away from being able to help Kiko. Kiko's got to make some kind of distraction, otherwise they'll start
อย่าง
thinking
นะ ยัง
about
ไม่
the
มีคนดูหลัง
backstab.
Yeah, the longer this goes on, the more they start anticipating where these players could be. Fight to be taken forwards potentially by DRX, looking to gain a bit more ground. And timing missed out here. Trex,
ดูหลังละ
the big map abyss, missed his time to strike there.
Microphone
เฮ
muted.
เลติกเปปเปอร์เล็กตอนนี้
Cleared up in the end here by flashback.
G2 ก็มาละ
Big
He's been
value from
farming so
Marshall.
far, man. Yeah, he's been farming.
And once you get the op into his hands as well, you're expecting much of the same. The KO knife is the big thing that Team Liquid have to be able to work with. On their attack side, if you can land knives onto people, if you can land a knife onto Freeing and take down his setup, or onto flashback to make sure that he can't TP away, then
Let's go, guys. Run by round, okay?
you've got chances. But I
ทีม
think
ไหน
when I was watching Team Liquid play this map before,
โหแล้วโดนไป
so much of
2-0
it
แล้ว
came down to actually Nats working through mid.
แต่ลิควิด
Otherwise,
เดี๋ยวก็คืน
aggressive in their attack side against DRX previously.
It's an aggro play. No bodies to receive it, but a util is being sent out regardless. Nats might be able to hear
พิดิก
most
แบบ
of
ฝืน
this.
สุด
Along with Kiko.
Does he clear this very close corner?
This is so unexpected,
It's a
isn't it?
weird spot.
Yeah, really odd position. Try not to make any noise. He does clear it. Playing it patiently too. Hello. Waiting for his time to take a shot.
ไอ้แดนไม่เล่นตลกแล้วเนี่ย
Close with it.
He's asking Kiko to do a little bit of clearing himself.
He's calling for the whole squad here. There's a very smart play by him. Mako is in his forward spot to be able to clear
แล้วทีนี้เดินเลย
for a lot of mid-round rotation.
I mean,
So
it's
he's
kind
waiting.
เพื่อนจะได้แบบมาเติมทัน
Mako
ไง
doesn't look even one
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
towards the mid player though.
รอให้เพื่อนมาใกล้ก่อน
Mouse unplugged.
ใช้ได้นี่หว่านะ
Take pause,
ขา
please.
ดู
See though. Despite that, DRX are pretty quick to arrive onto this one, looking to see if they can play this retake, but it's going to be tough for them.
Cam's nice at the post play, but I don't think it was actually close enough to the spike. If they were able to smoke it, I suppose, but actually Mako, you know, he's dead already, so what am I talking about?
Just a Marshall in the hands of
Yeah,
flashback. He's going to need some eagle eye aim, I think, to try and
When
find
you
a way
come-
past this one, and no one's given him a fair fight. Flash rebounds and a double face up towards it. Team Liquid trying to take this fight again, and it should just be a battle of the spam. Trip being caught up. The player's going to be
Ui.
dropping your men. He's just waiting
ปั่นเคี้ยว
there.
วะพี่มันปั่นเคี้ยววะ
มันเขี้ยวดิ
To the side, but it is a conversion here for Team Liquid. They don't get bonused.
I like Freeing's camera that he put there over towards B.
แมต
to
น่า
help
จะพ่น
the
สเปร
retake.
ย์
It's a very
ก่อนวัน
difficult
แล้วก็
side
ยิง
flanker. It's a tough side in general, actually. This is one of the reasons
มีใคร
why the
มา
map
ไอ้เทรค
trends quite attack-sided, is because B is so
ผม
difficult
นิ่งจัดเลย
to play on the defense, but
พี่วันดุ้งบ้างวะ
Nice.
ดุ้งดิชอบเมื่อกี้
Gunmin 2 away from getting an ult online that could help them out. And Nats,
กำลังแบบเพ่งเป้าอยู่เมื่อกี้สะดุ้งเลย
a lurk, sorry, going through mid and grabs a kill. He could certainly win them around with his neural theft.
จิน
Microphone
อู
muted.
ก็โอ้โหมัน
Just laying down the opening
เดี๋ยว
setup.
บางคนลั่นเดี๋ยวบางคนไม่ลั่นงงอยู่เหมือน
แน
กัน
ทมันแบบอยู่ดีควักนี่ไปเดินไปคลิกซ้ายแทนเลยแล้วโดนยิงสวนตายพี่วันดึง
As well, you do
Oh.
remember that at the beginning of these rounds with DRX.
เพื่อนหันมาบอก nice nice play
Certainty into the
Nice
side.
throw.
They don't know whether players are pushed up in mid.
Freeing's got his defensive setup over towards A here, and there's a pretty heavy stack in that direction because Team Liquid have been making noise in A main. Dodges the knife as well, so it keeps his utility up. And if they go back into B as the spike starts moving towards Mako, one of the things that Mako was doing last time these two teams played on defense was that he was playing over towards the area that Flashback's in right now,
งานถนัด
and he
ของ
was
แนท
throwing a smoke on top of B and TPing into it as the exec happened. Nats with a
spotted out.
chance. If he
Hold him
gets
in.
this kill, the ult would be huge.
Hold on.
Jumping, squaring up for it.
Whoa.
140 to the dome. Youngmin just does him in.
กันดิฟอันเนี้ย
And now Nats calls for his team
ให้
to
แน
go
ท
back
ถือ
over
เวนดอร์นะ
towards
จบ
A.
ไปแล้ว
Reinforcing. Deep drone delayed.
30
It's
seconds
hiding
left.
the intent pretty well here, but there's only 28 seconds remaining.
The knife's back online, but I don't think Freeing is going to get caught
He's
by
going
it.
to be out of range of it. Paddy spotted. Cage there. Trap dash now up into heaven, trying to
ลอยนวลเป็นหนึ่ง
take the most of that space. Team Liquid moving R-Ring, trying to get themselves into this one. Camo deep into the spawn. Ango freeing. He has to press forwards, press the advantage. No one is being pressed from behind. The commas finally come through. Bane's already found his first kill. Up towards the top.
วุ่นวายจัดของข้างหลังมา
มันดึงให้เพื่อนอ่ะเจตนามันดีนะ
There's a nice round from Team Liquid to get
ทำ
in.
ให้ข้างหน้ามันโลก
DRX now in a 2v3.
ใช้ได้ใช้ได้
Looking on flashback and Mako here to see what they can do together. Very cheeky angle.
รัดเหมือ
ไอ้มุมนี้จะพีคนี่แม่งเช็คบน
That's
ด้วย
just your aim in time. So Camo finds that one. Mako's left into that 1v3. Just jiggling, see if he can bait out a shot or two.
อุ้ย
Does claim it, but time's starting to tick away from him, and looks like he's not making moves to make the play. So will be the save.
He's been on today. Might even give him a good chance of success in a situation like that. But the
ถ้า
time
อยู่ดี
very low.
ลาวหน้าเห็นใน
I
นั้น
do
เซเว่
like
น
what
ดอ
Team
นี่
Liquid are going for.
ชัดเลยร้อน
I love
โม
the
โห
positioning from freeing. I think when you're playing
140
against the KO, you do need to be putting your cipher set up for someone else to play around. So he lets Bane play on site with the trips and with the cages. I love that
But then
idea from
somehow all the
DRX. The
way.
plan is good. But Team Liquid, they realize that DRX are playing off site and they get a dash through into heaven.
ทำอะไรเมื่อกี้
And that allows Camo to get so deep and even wraps back around. Look how much pressure Bane and freeing end up under in the back of the B side there, back of the A
ตอน
side.
นี้มัน
Sorry.
ดูไม่ค่อยขยี้เป้า
Because
เท่าวัน
Camo's on
ก่อ
the
น
full wraparound. Both of these teams taking a lot
Okay.
of learnings from the
Camo.
first time they played
วัน
Abyss.
ก่อนนี่ขยี้ยับ
Evolution between the two of them. Cam deep again, just being broken. High priority for DRX to try and take control of this one, and yeah, it's going to be hiding the intent of this. Flashback with a deep push. Has a gate crash as well to get back to safety.
I love that recon. Does put a lot of
มัน
pressure
โด
on
น
the
ว่ะ
mid lurk.
แม่ง
เฮ้ย
That's just missed the timing onto that.
Dude, he had
Shots
his-
fired off. Flashback
Yang,
still
yang.
exiting.
He had his
ยัง
hand
เดิ
off
น
the
ชิว
mouse.
กันหน้าอยู่
He's
นี่
knows.
Will commit to it now though. As that gate crash fades. Mako
โอ้โหโดนมาเช็ค
classic for this one. So
จ้า
if
เอ๋
it cleared out,
น้อง
TP.
โก้
See if you can get the hell out of here. Bit of mischief in mid.
ดื้อด้วย
That's slowly trying to re-clear, piece together the position of the DRX players as well. But
He knows that somebody's going to be mid here.
And
If he
then
tries to
man,
punish
he'll
Mako,
jump,
there's
doesn't he?
going to be somebody else holding it.
Mako's going to hear the footsteps here as well, and he spots signs of life as well from these players straight out. The shot's missing. Mako is really hard committed into a spot like this. The right click is doing it. Still, there's another TP to try and get the hell out of Dodge. Just calling for the reinforcements to try and help him out for
แล้ว
that
ปืน
fight.
กลยิงไม่โดนปืนคลาสสิกอย่างคม
Position for him,
DRX
jump in, trying to press forwards again, but again trying to get it done with just the pistols.
A is empty.
30 seconds
Bit of
left.
chaos.
Really?
Neurothef is going to reveal that as well. Now,
27 วิ
they're going
ยี่เลย
to
หัน
A.
ลง
Like you said,
And minute.
25 seconds left. There's not a lot of time to make this happen.
Camo has got to sprint.
Deep paranoia forwards as well, just trying to cut off that mid avenue so the rotates can't come in thick and fast. Now DRX struggling to get that control, but still Mako is delivering just with that classic in hand. Tries to pick up the upgrade.
Okay.
Punished for it. Plant will go down. Enough time, and Paddy has his eye.
เกือบงานงอกครับ
ไปหมดเลย
Right
แบบว่า
places.
Yeah,
ไอ้
not
ลูก
even
ก็
close.
ทำเสียง
No.
ไอ้นี่ก็เดินโฮอยู่
เกือบพัง
DRX
Always have been incredibly good at pushing Mako up towards this pillar and supporting him brilliantly from behind. Look how difficult it is in a spot like that to root Mako out without getting punished by somebody taking an angle. Now think if it was
สไปจะได้วางหรือเปล่า
not just
Right.
players with classics and stuff.
วางดิ
Team Liquid, there's a lot of different plays around the map that they have to be aware of.
อ่า
Whether it's a
ได้
fast
วาง
push
แล้ว
out through B or Mako
วาง
just
วางแมป
taking
บุ
a
กแมป
walk
บุก
down mid with flashback.
มีแบบ3ไม่มีครับผม
Timeout here from DRX because 3 rounds in a
Yeah.
row now
ยิงครับผูก
disappearing away from them. But to be honest
มี
with
ชั
you,
วร์ใช่ไหม
they've
Me
only
sure, me
lost
sure.
one gun round.
Yeah.
Right? They tried to bonus in round 3 and they didn't have that much
กี่%
weaponry, so fair enough. Round
70
4, they lose a genuine rifle round where Liquid have a really good game plan. And then round 5 is them on an eco. So
70
it's not like we've even really got started with the meat of this half. And already DRX calling attack timeout. And some of it might be the difference in pace from Team Liquid.
Sure.
Because I think last time these two teams clashed, Liquid were going for a lot of trying to do the faster execs, and DRX were eating that up. So maybe Termi here just wants to give them some confidence in playing the slower rounds.
Yeah, maybe saying, it's okay, listen, maybe we can adjust the setup as well because they're not going so much for the fast execs. Put the trips a little bit further forward, maybe.
And actually, if we're gonna think meta for a moment, this tag timeout was called with only 10 seconds on the clock. It might have been that he heard a call he didn't really like from Mako and just hit the panic button. It's hard to tell that. It's not always the case, but it's a possibility. Flashback picking up an operator and looking to play over towards B.
That's where the action is. Paddy's there, deep knife against it, just in case there is that deep push up. One away, the dimensional drift is flashback. On the angle now, it's a flash and a peek. Good coordination from Team Liquid, but no dice, no kill to be claimed.
It's a nice flash to push the Opera away, like you're saying, because the drone was on the other side of the map. Trex hasn't committed it yet, but he's holding aim A. And now that they've pushed the Opera back, taking this timing where DRX would be looking for a little more B information to move the spike towards A. Timing on Patitek's knife and the position of freeing could be important. Here's Paddy.
Played for, yeah,
There's
the
the knife
going
lineup.
overhead.
Very deep from freeing.
Yeah, he should be out of range of this as soon as it lands, and indeed he is. Deep push out for a bit more information over towards B. The player's committed. Camo straight passing up and over most of these shots. The Cam's not going to be spotting the signs of him unless he heard the noise cues. Freeing's running though.
They're doing a B fake and it's working.
Yeah, it's pulling players. Flashback though. Claims a life, and that's close. Bane is the only one to try and push back this A hit that's about to be coming in as well. He's going to be hearing the footsteps calling. Guys, we made a mistake. It's all on Bane. It's a good trade from Trex. Straight in. Camo deep into their spawn. Double dash from Young.
Camo!
Is elite.
That is an unbelievable 3K from Camo.
Kiko's not done yet.
Oh my god!
Trailing off in mid, but that is unreal stuff, like you said, Josh. I mean, Kyomin trying to play his team in, expecting a trade, but that is.
โอ้แฟลชแบ็คก็งงอยู่ว่าสโมกแล้วไม่ใช่หรอ
Everything about that round is amazing, but the mechanics for that 3K are what seals the deal. Because freeing should be favored there. When Camo's crosshair is dragged so far away to get the waylay, no shot Camo should be winning that. And yet the brains and the brawn are online for Liquid on their attack.
อ้าวแล้วเมื่อกี้ไม่ได้วางหรอ
ไม่ได้วางดิ
That's
พี่
calling a beautiful fake.
ก็สไปร์อยู่ที่วางแล้วนี่เมื่อกี้
Into unexpected positions every time. Round 4 and round
เทค
6.
ไม่ยอมวางสไปร์
ดีใจอยู่หรอ
Outplaying freeing setups when he himself is actually playing around Patitek's KO quite nicely.
Yeah. Straight back down to the eco here for DRX.
There's layers to this. It's like parfait.
Team Liquid.
99%
Significant learnings that they've had. It's damage through the box. Flashbacks on 10 HP.
ขยันซื้อเกาะ
And DRX pulling out a pretty similar idea on the eco to what we saw earlier on, where they go for that kind of pressure down mid. They haven't actually got anybody deep tucked towards pillar, but
มันมาเชล150ไปหรอ
will be worried that someone is in that
กะ
spot.
มาวัด
ยิงทะลุวะเมื่อกี้แต่ทะลุมันเหลือ10
That's
อ่ะ
why we can test with here for flashback.
นี่ไง
What a shot though.
มันเนี่ยมันกะมาวัดเน็ตเนี้ยแหละ
Magnetic.
Second headshot that he's landed onto Nats.
That Marshall. Now we're going to see similar signs here for that exit that's coming through. Camo has to updraft though and dash back to safety as well. Didn't want to fall off the edge of the map. Mako's doing very decent work indeed, but it will eventually be felled. Classics can only do so much in a spot like this, and it leaves it just down to freeing.
เพิ่งยิงรีคอนมาจาก
Past them here. There's a lot of damage done. Camo, one shot would have done it. There was a chance in a world.
โมกี่คิวแล้วเนี่ย พอได้แล้ว
Yeah, he is.
แบ่งเพื่อนเล่นบ้าง
Interesting smoke from Kiko in heaven as well. It doesn't
อ๋อไม่
actually
ใช่9เหรอ
knock off the defenders. I don't know if he
แอบเพิ่มไปตอนท้าย
or whether
โอ้
it
โห
was supposed to be weirdly placed like this for them to be able
เป็
to
น
get
เจ็ดเนี่ย
a
แล้วบุก
kill through that little track angle, but looks
Ni
very
thôi
up
là-
to me.
10 ละ
Rifles back in the hand of DRX. They took a
Oh,
tag time out.
ลั่นเฉย
The big rifle round in round 6.
ลั่นเฉ
They
ย
need this one to go their way. Liquid couldn't get anything done on their attack last time two teams clashed on Abyss, and now everything is working perfectly.
Big gun in the hands of Nats here. That
Ui.
operator! Reaction time test has failed.
โอ้โห
They will punish him for it. The Hunter's Fury now offloaded deep into the
เสีย
back.
ทรงเลยช็อต
Try
นี้
and punish these players that are just coming in thick and fast, trying to get themselves into the B side. Already flooding all the way back in. This is really quick from DRX. They're trying to make the most of this one. Inside of the chaos, drop to the knees as Paddy's going to be able to give them a little bit of information from that high ground angle, but no
Can't
res
get
in
it.
sight.
No, you can't get that res.
No. DRX call for the pause here. Waiting for the right time to strike now, but that conversion path is offloaded. Kiko is caught in it. Smoke to play in himself, but he's that last one left, and now they know exactly what's up. Hinder on the hinder. Surely will do it, but the bullets raining down. Human's life not in vain.
So DRX going for a more flood defense style here.
Hai
Something that
hụt
worked
một
quite
bẹo,
nicely
đúng
for them on Corrode as well, if you think back to
เป็นบรรยากาศเป็นหัวแถวเลย
มีภาพอยู่
instead of trying to play a little slower, they had bodies in position very quickly.
Took a lot of
เอ้า
options
มัน
to
สรุป
do it.
ข้อเมื่อกี้เราถูกไอ้สไปร์แพน
มันต้องถูกดิ
Coming out of the smoke. on
คน
quite a fast pace.
เฉลยมั่ว
I mean, also gifted a bit of an opener there too. Bane very out in the open. Not really the way that you want to be playing.
มาทำระบบหัวแถวแล้วพัง
Somehow
ใช่ไหม
gets the better end of Nats
ใช่
anyway. The attack side op doesn't work.
โอ้นี้
Do not
ฟอร์ม
go
ไม่
for
ค่อย
it
ดี
again. The slower rounds where they've been able to embed camo into deep positions are the ones that have been winning for Liquid. And they hear this Cypher cam being placed, so they know that Freeing has changed his setup. They know that it's over here
มารอ
towards
ต้อน
B.
รับเน็ตตรงกลาง
They might be anticipating that the op has gone A. It's not the case.
Very deep trip. Like you said, if they're thinking about the overall bigger picture, not expected to be in a different spot. Flashback still. All trained onto the angle.
Ult deep in spawn.
Yeah, Kiko is going to be sowing a bit of chaos now. Confusion into the ranks of DRX. Looking to see if they can clear this guy out, but across their placement, pretty impeccable at that. Kiko still a nuisance, still this player is going to be doing all that damage. Flashback though, still getting active over towards it, and attention drawn for just a second.
ไม่น่าเลย
Kiko to go down here. Big reveal with that neuro. Flashback, so damn consistent. Put an operator in his hands, and this guy rarely misses.
น่าเลือกจะวัดหลังไปเลย
Backing
นะ
up here, but again, it's just two players.
รู้ตำแหน่งไอเบนอยู่
The
แล้ว
four of DRX, you have the Hunter's Fury, but only the one tool to play in the post. It's going to be a difficult ask. Shock darts are going to be the first wave of things. Freeing just full sticking this one. Half not half earned at least, but there's a kill claimed. Half again, that's another dart. Needs to be dealt with, and Flashback just covering all the appropriate angles once more. Wide swing, and you're facing right into the boom.
Flashback แม่ง
will punish you anyway.
เสกรัวๆเลยวะ
Looks remarkably good here with the operator in hand. First time he got smoked off, but then as the smoke dissipates, Kiko's taking fights in spawn, so he can't re-smoke for his team. And that unleashes Flashback. A 4K in the round.
get foot butt
And he's been good in previous ones as well.
DRX แล้วกัน
If you give him a glimpse,
มันจะต้องแบบระวังตัวสไนบ้าง
10 kills. Top of the
เห็น
scoreboard for DRX.
เห็นแฟลช
That is
แบ็
a
ก
big
ตอนนี้
problem for Liquid to deal
อัด
with.
ไม่หยุดเลย
Yeah, almost drawing it level. We know how good DRX can be on our attack side with the execs. Well drilled, always in sync. Liquid not done yet though. That's going to be Hunter's Fury committed. Double dash from Hyumin to try and get the hell out of there, and he's way out of range of it. So Trex, the wasted ultimate. Maybe the one tag onto Maka towards the back. It does reveal a bit of position and trying to play them in. An adjustment just at the last second. Hyumin takes away the life of Camo.
Nice flash, better shot.
Stray spam. Bit of damage. Trex does get it. That's purely efficient, knowing the angles well. More shots as well to play around with. That's a lot of damage onto Mako potentially. He's already taken one Hunter's Fury to the chest.
He dodged it. Now Flashback's been keeping info over towards mid, really confident in his opping, so he's just jiggling these angles. Slower you play this round though, the more DRX are going to lose info because their Sova is dead. But how do you entry onto the site without Camo and now without Nats?
Yeah, possibilities running dry if your team Liquid trying to slowly work the map. More of your players being whistled away. That's
โอ้ทามมิ่งครับทามมิ่งคนจะโดนนี้ของจริง
Paranoia is going to be committed. Up onto the one side, but no real bodies placed
บาย
behind
เสร็จ
it.
ไม่เข้า
5 seconds left.
No knife, so all of this Cypher you kill will stay up. Freeing should be like a spider in his web here on B.
Trying to make a move over towards it. Smokes blooming, blossoming behind him for darts. Not broken in time there, but a cage is going to be dead regardless. Deep TP up towards the top. That is managed. Freeing. Instinctual. Keeping his eye locked onto it. His plan is to be defended, but that head peeks over and Hyumin keen to punish. And even keener aim while he's at it. 5 to 5 is where DRX is standing.
All three of those shots beautifully precise there from Hyunmin. And as he said, tying things up. 3 rounds in a row where they've been able to deal with what Team Liquid are throwing at them. That shot is really nice. I mean, I like the flash idea, but Camo had to turn his body entirely. Maybe he should have tucked in slightly there. But he's been nasty on the entries. They haven't been running these kind of rounds, though, again, where they mess with the expectations a little bit and get Camo into a deep position. Round 5.
ดูจากสีหน้าคิโกะแล้ว
They got, yeah, it was round 4. They got Camo
น่าจบแบบนี้แหละ
into heaven. And he managed to get into a really deep spot over at back A. And then round 6, they got him over all of the trips in A. And again, he was able to cut off the rotates. Those are the 2 massive gun rounds that they won in order to put 5 together in the middle.
2-0 แล้วเนี่ย
So I'd be looking to go back to something like that. I mean, not not the exact same strategy, but the same concept of trying to get camo very deep somewhere.
ดันกัน
Maybe
ที่
even
ดัน
as
กั
an
น
insert in mid.
โอ้โห
Tried to take a ton of mid
เขาบุก
control,
กันแบบ
pushed
ว่า
back
เละเทะ
at the start
ตอน
of
นี้
the round, and then instead of having Nats lurk,
นี่
show
น้อย
Nats
ไป
somewhere else on the map, and get camo to try to pinch
แต่
the
แบบมันเดือด
defenders
จัด
as you
อะ
go back into an A exec. I mean, you could leave Nats as an insert. I don't have a problem with that either, but general concept, try to get somebody behind enemy lines.
เป็นการไม่อยู่แบบ
Might be exactly what they're trying to go for here.
ไม่รอด
Pings from Team Liquid up through mid. The TP primed. Kiko looking to get onto the high ground nice and early. Flash and a dart. Punishing a potential walk-up.
And no flashback here. He's been playing on sites early on.
He's going to pull his attention away here. The knife towards the back there. Bane is in a bit of trouble here and he needs some help, but he's not going to be able to get it.
อุ้ย
ชี้เผือ
Nice map play.
มาทีเผลอครับ
Coming.
นี่อ่ะ
Lady is starting to bit overzealous there.
Well, now
From
you've lost the
jab.
smokes. Kiko's a great aimer, so I don't mind him taking duels like that, but now Liquid are in a bit of a tough spot. And it will allow Flashback to go nuts defending these sites. We saw what happened last time, that when he didn't have smokes in his face, he was feasting.
Exactly right against the operator. Still worried about our mid control. Team Liquid wait for the minute mark and now start to make their moves back up.
They didn't break the door at any point here, so they're not really threatening a pinch onto Hyunmin in A heaven.
Trip's still there too. That's a tag onto Nats.
That's funny. It makes
though with a cage.
that is funny. It makes it look like it's only Nats in mid.
It really does. The rest of his team hiding straight behind, but the Dimensional Drift is going to be clearing up those unknowns soon enough. 3 spotted out, just the one missing. Flashback right deep behind them. Double dash as well. Pulls the attention against once more.
อ้าวไม่มีใครยิงเล
Through
ย
heaven, this is Freeing is being squeezed. A bit of a hammer and an anvil here from Team Liquid. Does get the rewards that they were looking for.
คุณ
Still
วิน
Hyunmin's there.
จัดไม่พักหรอ
Fast, trying to make this play all the way
มาจะ
through.
จัดอะ
Team
ไอ้
Liquid
สองคน
losing
ใน
their
ตัวยิง
insert
อะ
player
สอง
into
ดูเอล
the
อะ
Yeah,
spawn.
Nats went down immediately.
Convergent pass now.
ไม่มีแผ่วตอนนี้
All going to be offloaded to see if they can clear this up. Might even get that connection onto Trex.
อยู่ที่โม่อะ
To see if he can defend this
แล้ว
one.
แฟดล่างปาด
Ground dodging.
อุ้ย
That one
คม
Sharp. Good shot
อ
onto
ยู่ที่โม่
Hyunmin.
อะฮะ
อยู่ที่โม่อะแล้วโม่เอา
2v3 that
หลัง
seems to
ตัว
be
ดีไง
left in.
แล้วพี่แนท
Waiting for
He
Mac to
take
see if he
you.
can do anything here, but he just might just miss this one. Yeah,
นั่น
to
แน่
the
เรียบร้อย
I'm expecting the Paddy Tech was going to be there, sitting nice and tight.
เอ้ย6-6เว้ย
ไม่ต้องเซฟก็ได้อันนี้ ต้องลองตัดให้เยอะ
Taken
ๆ
away
แบ็ค
from him. Want to make a play for it.
ทำไม
Noise
แฟลช
break.
แบ็กเป็น
He
เป็น
could be running away. Not enough though to get
โอ้โห
the betterment
เลิก
of
ใช้ไหม
Camo.
แพนดอลเนี่ย
Camo's aim's been really nice. He's saved them in a couple of important spots. He's been the big playmaker, honestly, overall.
วัดกันเลยว่าหัวแถวเปล่าอันเนี้ย
Hitting that shot into Hyunmin and denying the retake that came through.
คิวเดียดิฟิวเดอร์
Admittedly,
ไป
a
ดิ
little
สลาว
delayed after the
เดี๋ยว
waylay.
ไม่ต้องตอบเก็ตดิ
Camo dodged it anyway. He's the
Defuse
key
ว่ะพี่ว่า
player
defuse
มันไม่ได้
that is giving
defuse ว่ะ
Liquid a potential lead at the half here.
ดีฟิวถ้า6-6ได้แล้วดีฟิวนี่คือรวย
Have they got another game plan? This
หก
play up
หก
through mid
เพราะ
was
ว่า
quite
ไม่ได้
nice
เหยียบ
idea
ไซ
from
ส์ไง
Team Liquid. I imagine that that's what Lohan had called for them.
ตายตั้งแต่
Will
โค้
they
ง
go
แรก
back to that?
บอมอยู่บ้านด้วย ไม่ได้เดินไปเก็บเนี่ย
Last round of the half to do something.
I mean, they might realize that Freeing's been putting one of the trips up through mid because obviously Nats got caught by in the previous round. That means the site that the Cypher's playing on should be a little weaker. But Freeing's been doubling up with Flashback, and Flashback is so nasty with this op.
Still locking it down towards B.
เดี๋ยวนะมันยิง13 ตัวแล้วใช่ไหมโอ้ my god
Is it into the position of where they want to try and
อีก
set
คิวเดียวเหรอ เลยป้ายเหรอ
That might be
เลย
a goal.
ป้ายไปคิวนึง
เอา
Kill trips though. This is
โม่มันเอาไป
DRX
3
playing
เมื่อกี้
up close.
ใครจะไปคิดว่าครึ่งแรก
Flashback.
โม่มันยิง เยอะขนาดนี้
Excuse me, Hyunmin and Mako. Mako eventually dropping off. They hear the presence of the turret.
No,
Drone, I should say.
yeah, no tag onto Hyunmin there.
Yeah.
Paddy Tech takes the orb. I was thinking, is he going to be playing for like a post-plant null command here? But
Playing for the other orb.
yeah, is he going all the way back for the other orb? And if so, no, just going for a fake play over towards B, but with no bodies behind it. So how quickly did DRX realize that this is not real?
35 seconds. DRX still holding this one. It's Mako and Hyunmin. Crossing the lines. It's a one-way for Mako to play off of. Paranoid comes out and has a TP into the one-way.
Ui.
Absurdity that might be occurring.
Ui.
Mako has worked.
โอ้โห
Three kills ripped away in the blink of an eye.
Ow.
The IGL what a play to make, but Team Liquid are not done yet.
Could all be on Bane here, Bren.
And that's sticking that pick.
ไปแล้วครับ
You're
พร้อ
going
ม
to see
กิ
it
น
now
เม
with
ฆ
the plant. Bane wrapping around. Missing a few shots. Guardian not the weapon for the job, but he picks up that upgrade anyway. Needs to know what his last few
โอ้แม่ง
players
วาง
are.
งาน
They know
จั
the
ด
presence last spotted in through mid. Kiko's there waiting. Paranoia primed. But so much damage done to these Team Liquid players. Advantage has got to be to DRX playing into this attack. Forcing it out. Cam also spotted as well.
อุ้ย
Flashback way out of dodge of it, but Kiko's still
เป็นเรื่อง
shot. Disgusting work from him. Now Bane's left in an impossibility. Sticking to half already. That's onto the corner, just trying to bait these players way out into the open. Found the first, and he knows what a second is. Time ticking though. Bane's gonna land, and he landed.
เฮ้ย
He will.
เฮีย
A stick towards it, the Harvard Briar. That is DRX bringing it
โอ้โห
เมื่อกี้มันหน้าลงแล้วก็แบบพีคพร้อมนัด
Great clutch from Bane there.
หน้าลงไปเลยอะใช่
Taking advantage of all of the damage previously done.
ใช่ ไม่ลงแบบลงโอเมนลงปุ๊บแล้วก็เทรดเลยอะ
But this game has been back and forth, and just like
แล้ว
on
คู่สไป
Corrode,
ด้วย
a 6-6 half. Both teams looking very even, but as we saw in map 1, that does not mean you're making it to OT with both of these teams still neck and neck.
Time to find out as well which way this series is really going to be settling. See you in just a few.
ทุกทีมเฮ้ยแต่เบนทัวร์นี้มันเล่นดีโอ้โหลิควิดช็อตแล้ว
มันน่าจะลงหลังลงบนหัวเลย
ให้มันแบบเทรดไม่ทันอ่ะ
ยังไงมันหน้าหลังอ่ะโอ้โหมันต้อง360
ใช่
Here we go, heading back in at the half, and the real big question is, can Team Liquid keep up? We saw on that first map of Corrode, DRX's XX were looking in sync, everybody on the same page at the right time, and Team Liquid, they didn't really have an answer for it as well. The same question we might be asking as we look towards this one. It's going to be big. Yeah. Players of Team Liquid have to step up.
You just saw in the Coinbase Econ report that Camo was doing a lot of damage there to Flashback and Hyunmin. Now those are the danger players for DRX, as you've said, once we get started here. And I don't know who's going to be stopping them because nobody stopped them on Corrode.
มีอยู่นะโอ้เด็กแม่งระเบิดพลัง
Team Liquid played Abyss
หนูไป2-0เหรอ
against DRX. They had some level of success, but not much.
Attention towards it.
We've got a knife line up from Spawn here, from Paddytech.
Paddy's miles away.
So he's throwing a knife over towards B, anticipating a fast B hit, and then he's going to go and join Camo on A.
Blade hits
Double no.
the top, that's 4 players.
And he's
Found
running
out.
back.
Yep, straight back again.
But that's a nice idea that they won't
เฮ้ย
do
แล้ว
too
โร
much
เท
on
ตเลย
last
อ่ะ
time.
เฮ้ย
So trying to wait out
ไปเลยครับ
a knife.
แล้วลิควิดมาบีหมดแล้ว
It's call from Mako to go back to the other side
ถ้า
of
มัน
the map.
โอ้โห
งานเป็นของคาโม่นี้
Obvious, but Team Liquid
รับกรรมแต่เพียงผู้เดียว
ไม่เหลือเวลาแบบ
Paddy
10 วิ
really banking on the fact that this is a re-hit on B.
โม่แล้วแหละ
DRX
Mày
wants
mới
to
chỉ
cut
mua,
noise
mới
and go
nhìn
for it, but it's all on
nhìn
Camo
thấy
now
vậy.
on his shoulders. Smokes start to
Oh.
blossom. He's feeling the heat from that one. It's a dash forwards on top of it, just barely missing the
ใคร
mark.
เป็นฟูลดีเทค
มีคนโดนสแปมป่ะ
A little bit of blood. That's a
Yeah.
man down nice and early. Team Liquid could be fast on the rotates.
This was part of the game plan actually for Team Liquid on Corrode, is that they ended up playing retake on a lot of the sites instead of trying to stop the execs. It did not work there.
รีเทคแบบที่ไอ G2 รีเทคมาที่มันแบบวุ้มลงมาทางซ้ายแล้วแม่ง
Worrying to a degree here, but a flash sent out. Flashback still.
Sitting
Sitting
nice
nice
and
and pretty
Ui.
up on the angle. That
Ui,
is a
what?
crazy adjustment.
Home.
Just snap into the side here. Camo and Trex
เฮ้ย
Combining their might off to the side. That's
แต่ว่าไม่มีสโมกนะ
behind them. Shock dart's going to be sent flying up and over towards the top. Bane has got to deliver alongside freeing. Happen to the defuse. There was a win shot there.
นี่มันต้องอย่างนี้นี่
That pressure. The might of these DRX players.
คน
Another
ออกไป
missed
เอาแตก
round
เฉย
going their way.
น่าจะต้องไปเรียนจังหวะกู้บอม
Last time these two teams played, DRX picked up both pistols on Abyss.
มาเพิ่มหน่อย
And it was very important. It wasn't the exact reason why they ended up winning, but it certainly helped, and I'm sure it
แต่
will
ช็อต
again
นี้ถ้ามันไม่ออกมาเอาอ่ะมันวางเป้ารออ่ะก็ได้นะ
Liquid looked like they'd almost done enough as they got into position there, 3v2, trying to put the pressure down, but
3 กระบอก
high-low setup, hit those ghost shots, get themselves set up pretty.
หน้าโดนทิปตี้
Seeing
ไหม
adjustments as well in the way that Team Liquid want to play. Deep dart.
โอ้โห
Timing in through that smoke. Has to be an expectation they could pop out of it, and maybe even hearing these sound
ใครตื่นแล้ว
forwards is the play to be made. That is ridiculous stuff. Staying a training range with Yunmin and the rest of the squad. Trex
โอ้ยยังได้
left a little bit of damage before he goes down to the grave, but relatively flawless. Yes, super aware of what's happening. And DRX were playing like this on their attack side rounds.
Yeah.
Typically waiting out the first 40 seconds.
And actually, if you think back to Corrode as well, this is the exact same idea that Team Liquid ran on Corrode. Their second round eco, they just decided to push out fully from A. I mean, it's like literally the same strat,
ปกติ
just from one map to the
เนี่ย
next.
ไอ้ข้อเสียเป็นเทคเลย
Very ready for it.
เวลาแมตช์ตึงๆไฟพาวเวอร์สูงๆอ่ะเกมซิ่งๆอ่ะ
First time these two teams played, but when Team Liquid
หลั
fully
บ
pushed
โคตร
out
บ่อย
one of the
สังเกต
areas of the
มานาน
map.
ละ
So DRX will be ready for that kind of stuff.
Set the sights on to mid. Deep smoke, deep down. I know nobody's pushed up here. Just a lot of
2-1 มันก็เป็นเรื่องปกติหรือเปล่า
attention of Nats. Deep delayed
เชล
Nats
ซี
as
เมื่อวาน
well. That's
ในบ้านแมนยูได้ขอตั้งนัดหนึ่ง
inserts Camo as well in a deep forward position in through A. Cam going to be broken.
And Kiko with trips to play around. See if he can stop this exec.
Got a flash in his hands. Cut out the noise here by DRX.
ถ้าพลานอยแม่งมี
The
สอง
right
ลู
time
ก
to strike.
จะเป็นไง
Waiting for the smoke
Cool.
cooldowns perhaps as well. That's going to be coming up now
เกม
on
เปลี่ยน
either
เม
side.
ตาเกมเปลี่ยนจริง
ยังไงไม่ว่าแมปอะไรยังไงก็ต้องมีโอเมน1 ตัว
Looking up
แม่ง
steadily
เล่นได้2
behind
จังหวะ
it.
เออ
Shock dart making it feel like it could be that fake pressure and presence. Deep dart that cuts up overhead again, and the renewal of the smoke once more. Double dash in from Hyunmin. That's a
Mày
trick to be
làm
dealt with in from the
Hani.
back. Kiko's going to try and
Cột
hold his
cổ.
own and up towards the top
Ui.
as well. That's a
Nì.
combined effort.
Hùng.
High,
Mình
low
bị thi lắm
setup.
của mình.
Trying to just really be controlled.
Ê,
The
nát.
shots. Not enough there. Not
Phèn
quite
thông,
enough.
phèn thông.
Dắp lên.
Flashback freeing. We'll hope to reclaim this gun.
30 seconds left.
Well, there's a pretty emphatic opener for Team Liquid that showcases they can stop at least some level of that exec from coming through.
Yeah.
But one of the key differences, actually, Flashback didn't commit that time. There was no deep TP
ออกนอก
flashback.
โซนลืมเอานี่มาด้วย
Often when we were
ลื
watching
ม
the
เอาฟอร์ม
big
มา
exec
ด้วย
come through on Abyss before for DRX,
ตามขอยูแต่
Flashback
เปลี่ยน
would be going
คือ
on the right
คือ
side.
มาริก้ามันกลัวโดนยิงพุนเว้ยมันเลยเปลี่ยนตัวอย่างนั้นเว้ย
ไอ้แชมเบอร์ตอน
แล้วก็อุดรอสวน
นี่คือมันแท็บที่ไหนก็ได้เหมือนกันนะแต่มี2 อันด้วยฮะ
ใช่
โอ้ย
Maybe I
ยัง
missed
ยัง
something.
โก
Maybe
ง
he
เลย
got knifed or something like that, but didn't quite look the same to me. Nevertheless,
วาร์ปที่ไหนก็ได้
ไม่ต้องเลิกอะ
that's Kiko.
ฝันร้ายของพี่แนทเนี่ย
They dealt with gunmen.
เจ็ดชนบัตร
Normally been very good at avoiding danger.
Setting out at the back as well. Side step.
จะแวนดอล
แวนดอลตลอด
Speed.
แบบนี้ต้องแวนดอล
One enemy remaining.
Wow, it wasn't looking like this in prac, that's for sure.
Nervous chuckles.
แฟนทอมเยอะ
Team Liquid.
แวนดอลเยอะกว่า
Yeah. And I wonder what prac they're referring to there as well. I wonder if they've been playing any games with their academy roster.
ใครตอบปืนอื่นนี่คือช็อกอะ
I'm noticing. I mean, this was the same
ไปดู
case in DRX's
ควัก
game,
คลาส
but
สิก
Team Liquid conditioned to not use the knife at the beginning of the rounds for info. Paddy sends it now, though.
Hyunmin, if he plays for an ult orb, will have the Waylay ult out.
โอ้ยมันเพิ่งได้แชมป์สโมสรโลกงานใช่หรอ
It's the same idea again. They get Camo on a really deep line,
เอาอะ
Hello.
and then Kiko's anchoring with the trips.
Virgin Path is going to be sent
Ah,
back
hap.
towards Heaven to try and really delay.
ถ้า
and
เกิด
try
มัน
and
มี
put
คน
punish
ยืน
onto
รอ
these
หม
players
ด
in for the back
ช็
of
อก
the
วิ่ง
side.
ด้วย
Kiko again has to anchor
Ao
him
lắm
down. Nats is going to help him out from the side. As soon assistance as well. And a bit of flash trying to pop all the way out. This game covered, cornered, and well, the dodging juking flashback into the back in a 1v2. He's trying to
Ui,
swap
phải
his
back.
players out. And my God, he's magnetic right now. Time to jump. Could be poetry in motion. He's got that 1v1 locked
Ao
down.
là.
Spots out Kama's position.
Xể liềm.
ADS comes down to the reaction.
Phật back.
More
Hốt
than
đượt
good
ạ.
for it. for clutch.
โดนคลาสอีก
What
แล้ว
a beast! What an incredible player he has been today.
บ้าจัด
It's not the quantity of kills, but the quality of them. When he's offing and out here, he's so precise with these shots.
มันคมทุกตัว
He knows that Camo is going to re-peek into him. ADS stop. Psychic damage done to Lohan.
เหมือนโดนขโมยวินอันนี้
2v1 and Kiko takes a bit of an ego duel, I suppose. It's another very similar idea, though. You get Camo posted on a deep line over towards B with the
ไม่แปลก
initiating
ที่
utility, and then you
ตอน
try
เดีย
to
ขาด
have
แฟร์แบ็คคนเดียวเหมือน
Kiko
ขาด
and
ใจ
Nats anchor the other side of the map. This is the ante.
ฟอร์มแย่จัด
Straight up, Kiko. He's
มาเลยครับ
no more smokes as well to make the play.
ไม่ต้องคิดเยอะ
Drift. Earns up. Now being used. Going to carve out a bit of a path. No real pushback. They're going to know that Heaven could be compromised. The flash is going to be used. A bit delayed now, and that plant does need to be covered. Flashback forward here. It's a good crossfire setup from DRX.
They're always going to play disciplined post plants.
Yeah, embedding themselves really into the side to try and lock this one down. Hyunmin taking that first point. It's a cage in your face though. That will disjointed. Forces Flashback to take that peek. Flash forwards again. Now disengaging, rolling retreat style. Team Liquid just 3 players left. Already considering what do we want to do. Make the play. Back up here. Trex is still forwards, but as he drops, I mean the rest of his team
หลงตัวปลอม
saving.
หลงเสียงตัวปลอม เหมือน ENG ที่ขาดนอร์มอนใช่ครับผม ENG ขาดแซมมอนคนเดียวเหมือนขาดใจตอน
They've
นี้
got smokes and a trip over towards Heaven. So it's going to be really difficult to play from Heaven and very difficult to drop into the site from there. With a flash, for example, from Paddy. And then towards the back
อัน
of
นี้
the
ประชด
site,
นะอย่าเชื่อนะ
Heaven's holding the angle up top. He's got people that can swing off him. And then even if you get through all of those layers on site, Bane is still sat there in main, ready to use a Sova ult and ready to double up with freeing and play a more passive look towards the spike. So many layers, looking so good in post-plant situations on both maps.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
This is a very drilled DRX.
Scary looking.
Very scary.
Scary looking.
The theory, the execution of it, the player form,
Yeah.
it's
เจนจี
all
โอ้โห
looking really nice.
มันไม่มีทางปล่อยเซตเดิมอยู่แล้ว
First time you saw these
เซต
two
ใหม่
teams
เราดูเลย
match up, there was a lot of mistakes coming out from Liquid, a ton of them. I mean, obviously there's the Nats TP, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. Here, I think that they're doing a much better job, Team Liquid. I just think they're getting outplayed.
They are.
These 2 maps, DRX have just been a bit too good.
มัน
DRX
ฟอร์มไม่ดีอะพอมาเวทีแชมป์อะ
Fire placements really settle and be that ceiling.
DRX เล่นดีนะ DRX โหดนะครับ
Want to get out of groups.
นี่คิด
A lot of the players that we would associate with being, you know, the
ไม่ได้
young
วาง
guys
มา
who've
ดู
got
แล้ว
experience now at these
No.
international events. No longer necessarily the nerves. Obviously, yet to be seen.
บอทให้ DX 20เอาเมื่อกี้มีคนบอทให้ DX 21
But currently, the way Flashback and Hyunmin are playing off of each other, the way Flashback's entry
ใช่ว่ากินอาหาร
looking calm in most situations. They're looking scary. It's the only thing I can say about it. DRX,
Yeah, they really are.
drilled, but confident. And a kind of idea, I suppose, that they've got coming in with this this composition. I mean, the ideas are working.
The ideas for Team Liquid have come up short in rounds 16 and 17 here.
จะเอาให้ได้ครับ
Stress on their economy, Double Guardian and Kiko with a judge, just hoping that one of Hyunmin or Flashback lands in his lap for an easy kill. They'll be playing inside a smoke on the A site if they do go in that direction. It's the same setup again, except this time Camo's not on as deep of a line. Normally they've been trying to get him really deep and go for that early information, early contest
Kiko's having
before
a
the
run
exec.
miles just to smoke for them on B.
Yeah, reminder he's got the I mean, both of the traps getting detected
เสียหาย
immediately by
เสีย
one
หายเลย
drone
เสียหาย
is nightmare for Nats.
ตอนนี้กลายเป็นตัวแบบ
It just comes down to
ไม่มีอะไร
dust
เป็นโน
control.
บิด
It's a
ไปแล้ว
miracle
ตัวละคร
for the
นะตอนนี้
judges. Otherwise, DRX should be good for this. We've seen them so many times.
Has a smoke to play for the anchor, but he just uses it into the main choke point anyway. Pressing forwards anyway, trying to play into that default spot. Dodging, juking away from
Ui,
most of this one, but
mi
actually
nung.
Tobacco is punished. Let's see if there's any sort of action on the other end of things. Firing blindly into the smoke to either side. This is carnage.
รัวจัด
Not quite a controlled play, but DRX looking to get a handle back onto it. Clean up the rounds as well as that smoke and the cages dissipate. Bit more controlled now from them, but coverage needs to be there. Hunter's Fury off to the side. Good connection onto Bane. He's just trying to dodge and hop around, but he is going to be
Ui.
prey, freeing with the punish. Off to the side.
โดนนี่ GG เลยปะน่ะ
Team looking to drop down. They drop down. None the wiser.
GG เลย
Hyunmin will strike where it
Black Boy,
hurts.
Liquid.
It's 11 rounds now for DRX. They're showing no signs of slowing down.
Anticipating DRX
แม่ง
to be
ฟิก
over
ยิ่งกับ
towards
เอมบอท
A main.
เชี่ย
It's reasonable because every other post plan they've had some level of a safety net in that direction. But this time Freeing pushed up so much deeper than he has been before. Punish onto Pannysgg, punish onto Trex. He and Hyunmin in the perfect spot. Lohan not happy again. He can feel the game slipping away from them.
It will be bitter for Team Liquid this entire year, man.
Barely scrapping together a buy again with Camo picking up the knives. But if Camo goes for something aggro over towards A, maybe they could get it done.
Just
GG
trying to
won
save
he?
them.
GG
It's the exact same setup again, by the way. They've just swapped the sites, but
แล้วทีมอวยด้วยดิ
Camo playing with the double initiator and then Kiko and Nats on
ที
the
ม
other
อวย
side.
ตกรอบ
DRX have been going
ไม่
in
เข้า
depth.
ไปออฟ
Kiko and
เอ
Nats
อ
have been trying to face check.
อย่าว่าแต่เข้ารอบเลยติงแชมป์ยังไม่เข้าเลย
I believe.
They're
So,
doing it again.
yeah, they certainly are.
อาจจะต้องเป็นเต็ง 2027 26อาจจะไม่ใช่
Great for Team
เร็ว
Liquid
ไป
in a spot like this. Flash and a repeat. Updraft has to be given in so you don't get sent flying off the map.
They need to start rotating earlier. They know that these execs are coming through at about the 50-second mark.
It's on Kiko. It's on Nats. Shut down Steve. Doesn't remove the trip on the one side. Worry with the paranoia. Looking for C. There's that pushback. Nats is actually creeping out past, using his cages to try and hide that one, but Sliders of Angles. Hyunmin spots it, and that is just impeccable stuff. Smoked off, it doesn't matter. Flashback was anticipating it. The communication crystal clear.
A pump fake, though. Not a full commitment on
30
this
seconds.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm going to be having to commit into this one now with a flash. Kiko's forwards. Has to be a playmaker. Has to do it now. But again, he can't claim that second. Mako's
จะได้ตัว
quick
นะ
with the trade.
อยาก
Finger on the trigger. ADS up as well. Trex can't quite find it. The knives in the hands of Camo. So what is
Camoต้องเสกอะ
done? Spike in the hands of Mako. Defense in order. There's a timing to be taken. But flashback is covering it. Hyunmin from
โค
the
ตร
side.
คมจัดมันไม่ได้วางเป้าด้วยนะ
Paddy is the one that's to pick it all up. See if he can make anything of the mess of this round. But it's looking like an inevitable 12 for DRX. Smoke propped up in front of them. Paddy just trying to cut away all noise, but now he reveals his position and already spammed down, sprayed
กะจะ
down.
โดดเหวเลย
12 rounds now for DRX and for
กระ
Team
โดดวาง
Liquid.
เป้าเผื่อตัว
It's looking
ปรา
like
บ
it will be that bitter repeat of every other international event that they've attended so far this year.
They've never been able to escape groups. So often we've seen them lose an opening game,
เฟรมแบบ
win
มันเดือ
one,
ด
look like they
เป้า
might
แบ
be
บ
back in form,
เป้าจุดเล็ก
and they crumble at the end. But one round away now from EMEA's #1 seed being sent home, and DRX have just come out with outrageously good form. Great discipline, good patience as well on these site hits. A 4-player stack and a push from Liquid.
Yeah, really capturing lightning in a bottle with the way that they're playing right now! Hyunmin
Ooh,
can't be
home.
stopped!
แล้วใช้เลยครับ
Pass will be the cherry on top! And there's no running,
ยังไงครับ
there's no hiding! Trex forced to
อื้อหือหมุนไปที
power, but you cannot deny it! DRX are so
โคตรเดือด
down
เป็นแบ็ค
back!
That is a ridiculous